Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it, and I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Hang on, let me remove that from the screen. How you going? Out to lunch, how you going? Beckham, USA, how you going? King Snurgle Gurgleson, how you going? Anne, how you going? David, how you going? Michelle, how you going? Alex, how you going? Kevin, how you going? Who else have we got? Deb, I think, did I say hello to Deb? The Key, the Secret, how you going? Sherry, how you going? Who else have we got? Stuart, how you going? Soggy Melbourne. Oh, yeah, I could imagine. Teresa, how you going? Dan Markle Senior, how you going? Veronica, how you going? Darren, how you going? Okay, we'll get into the news first. Just let me move this over and add this. Okay, today, I don't know if there's really much news, but there's a lot going on anyway. Well, there is really. Joseph said, why has Brittany Higgins, this is in Australia, we're having this kind of Brett Kavanaugh, what's his name, Dershowitz kind of smear all over the media. So why has Brittany Higgins, she's accused someone of sexually assaulting her, I believe, been unable to attend court? Her Instagram account has pictures of her out and about. What sort of trial is this? Press is saying it'll be over early next week. And there's more to that. Okay. Disclosed TV said just in, Sweden blocks joint investigation with Germany and Denmark into Nord Stream explosions. Sweden said the safety classification of the investigation is too high to share the result with other countries, Spiegel reports. Is there a thread here? Sweden does not want to investigate Nord Stream explosions together with Germany due to classified reasons. Interesting. There are speculations as to who done it. There is not just the USA. People are thinking, what is it, Zelensky, what's his name? And then you've got the European countries as well. Myra Flores said, just heard speeches from local Dems, not a single mention of the economy, cost of living, grocery prices, crime, the humanitarian crisis or border security. Then they wonder why every single poll has them down and so many are walking away. And that's pretty much the same as our Labor party here in Australia. Ronnie Jackson said everyone knows Biden isn't taking a cognitive test because it will say he's not fit for the job. If that's the case, he needs to immediately resign because he's unfit to lead as leader of the free world, as we know. And what happens in America affects all the Western nations, well, pretty much affects the world, so... Oh, God help us. Randy Quaid said everyone at Fake News, CNN and Warner Brothers getting fired. Boo-hoo. New owners cleaning house because somebody else bought CNN recently and they were thinking of changing it so it's not so skewed one way. Bye-bye fake news. Bye-bye star-whacking studio execs. I remember when he was talking about star-whacking and everything, everyone thought he was crazy. Maybe not so much. Think about the 27 Club and strange deaths in Hollywood. Rep Jim Jordan said record grocery prices, mortgage rates at nearly 7%. Good luck buying a car, Joe Biden's America. Yep, good luck on anyone buying a car right now. Fifi Murray said Alex Antic has nailed it on Bernardi. Albanese won't visit flood areas because celebrities don't live there and the all-important photo op won't have an impact. Where are Shaq O'Neill or Zelensky when we need them? At Albo MP. That is our Prime Minister here in Australia, Albanese. He won't visit the flood areas. He's too busy doing photo ops, and he did one golfing, I think, recently. I don't know. Steve Mudflat McGrew's Remasculated podcast said your $60,000 electric vehicle car is just a glorified golf cart. And it is. I don't get it. You don't get very far in them before you have to recharge, and recharging takes hours, unlike a service station where you go in and fill up within 5-10 minutes. And maybe if you've got a queue waiting to get served, maybe another few minutes, I don't know, but it's not like hours, okay? Dinesh D'Souza said, Debbie and I are wondering why the Biden regime gleefully accepts migrants from all over the world, but is sending the Venezuelans back. Why just the Venezuelans? Is it because Venezuelans and Cubans have tipped Florida from a swing state to a red state? Because they understand what socialism, what all this leads to. They understand. And they fled that. Senator Marsha Blackburn said the FBI considered it a good use of your taxpayer dollars to pay Christopher Steele $1 million to validate the dossier. Remember that next time Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer want to pick your pocket. Well said. Sandy Yang said Lisa Wilkinson, that's a TV presenter here in Australia, is devastated to hear she will not be called as a witness in the Brittany Higgins trial, that sexual assault trial, the sham one. The Project TV producers are scrambling to see what other PR and marketing opportunities are open to Lisa Wilkinson in and around the trial. They just want to insert her somewhere, anywhere, like she's relevant. Stop listening to her like 15 years ago. Carl Becker said, FBI catch that pipe bomber yet? No, no one's seen anything. No, they're too busy. Well, who are they chasing now? Oh, they're chasing Elon Musk, apparently. I don't know, someone is. That's been happening since May, by the way. And J6 people and not even Ray Epps, forget about him, don't even investigate that. Sophie Corcoran said the government is being run by the media and Twitter. This is why we are in such a state. Oh, dear God, social media is running reality. Carrie Kellerman 2.0 said, is your phone screen black while you're talking to someone? Okay. J6, Pelosi had a TV crew with her the whole day, talking on a black phone. Well, it does go black if, depends on which phone you have. They do go black so that you don't accidentally dial or hit some button, some of them. Not the iPhones, though, I don't believe. I think as soon as you touch that screen, it's, I don't know, it depends on the settings and the phone, I think. But who knows? But this was on J6. The TV crew were there, you know, all the photo ops. And, apparently there was video of her when she was told that Trump wasn't going to the White House that day. I believe it sounded like she called him a CUNT, wanted to, what were the words? Punch his face in? I don't know, punch him. She wasn't very nice. Wow. It was interesting to see that footage. I wish I had it. I couldn't find it within time of doing this. I only seen it just before I came on. I think it's on Rumble on Dinesh D'Souza. He's got a very quick film clip of it. Being Libertarian said, I do not stand with Ukraine. I do not stand with Russia. I do not stand with the UN or NATO. I stand with the civilians in each country who will lose everything and be displaced, while politicians and their media play their war and propaganda games. Not sure why that's offensive to so many people. Well, that's pretty much what's happening. Karen Fermin said, please tell me why halfway through a funeral today that a family member gets up to speak and starts with the welcome to country. So you're in the middle of a funeral and someone stands up to make a speech and then says, welcome to country? I think they were having a stroke. Seriously. Demon53 said, I see Comrade Dan is now an expert on flooding and disaster management. Wow, for an arts degree graduate, he sure is clever. He's also a medical expert, and this is Dan Andrews, the Premier of Victoria. What do you call him? The Hitler of Victoria. Oh, dear. Yeah, Victoria and Tasmania actually are having severe flooding, and so is New South Wales, apparently parts of it. The roads are falling apart, but hey, you know, the councils are too busy paying for art. Benny Johnson says nothing scares the regime more than Donald Trump in the White House and Elon Musk in charge of Twitter. Just wait for it. I'm waiting for it. You watch. Tim Allen said if we couldn't laugh, we'd all go insane. Robert Frost, exactly. That's why I like to have a laugh. And I sometimes just do laugh at all this because it's just so ridiculous. Mark R. Levin said the J6 committee hasn't presented any evidence, none linking DJT to those who stormed the Capitol building. In fact, the Pelosi clip actually states the opposite. It says he was informed by Secret Service not to go, so he's not coming. And she goes, oh, that's see you in the NT. Want to punch his face in or something. I can't remember the exact words, but oh my goodness, to see that was like, get a hold of yourself, love. You're tiny. Who are you going to punch? Oh dear, nothing. But there's tons of evidence tying Joe Biden to foreign payoffs. Peter Sweden said Sweden will be banning gasoline cars in parts of Stockholm by 2024. They will have new climate zones with only electric vehicles allowed. I'd say by 2025, then things will change again. Just once they find out exactly what that's like, not going to work well. James Bradley says Nancy Pelosi threatened to punch out. That's it. She wanted to punch him out. Punch out a sitting president. Shouldn't there be at least some righteous outrage about this? I'm sorry, but it was funny. It really was. Stephen said, don't complain about street potholes. Your local council is busy cancelling Australia Day, lighting Aboriginal smokos, and supporting Palestinian terrorism. So don't worry about your potholes, you know. They're too busy doing the important stuff. Also, paying for Aboriginal art to go in community centres and things like that. That's what they do. And they pay the highest prices, to people they want, favours or something off. Mates. Ian Miles Chong said Twitter says Elon Musk is under investigation by the feds over his acquisition of Twitter. No kidding, this isn't news. He got targeted for investigation by the SEC way back in May over the acquisition. Yep. So there you go. I don't know when this is going to happen. We're still waiting to see what happens. But people apparently all over Twitter are having their accounts locked, suspended, dropping followers like you wouldn't believe. So we'll see how that goes. Stephen said, if we could tax all the farts coming out of Labor and the Greens, we could leave the cows alone. How about the hot air coming from their mouths as well? Seriously? The hot air coming from the Labor and the Greens is enough that we could leave the cows alone. Memes are us too, says never forget what they did. And some Elon von Braun was replying to Anastasia Palaszczuk, the Queensland Premier in Australia. You mean like this? This is Australia now, people. Such a sad day when 5 disgusting individuals in police uniform did this to an old lady. I think because she didn't have a mask on. So Australia, don't ever forget what they did. I don't know. How can these people call themselves Australian and be doing this is what I want to know. And they're both they're women trying to do this to another lady. What happened to, women standing behind each other? Obviously not when it comes to this sort of stuff, when you're not wearing a mask. Oh, dear. What a crime of the century. How many police are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For an old lady. Come on. How ridiculous. Anyway, we won't forget what they've done. It doesn't get rough, does it? I hope not. You're being filmed. Yes, love, you're being filmed. Oh, no. They're obviously talking about, this lady not wearing a mask. No, they're going to force her in. Or try. No, she didn't. She let them because otherwise she probably would have banged her head and stuff, and that wouldn't have been good. And don't forget, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 5 police officers for one old lady at a coffee shop at Hervey Bay. Oh, Hervey Bay. There you go. Hervey Bay. What's this called? Liaison officer. Hang on. What the hell's a liaison officer? Oh, come on now. The Wind Doctor said, why is normalising pedos and transgender so important to the left? It's a very simple question. Why? Why is it so important to the left that pedos and transgenders are normalised? Unless, I don't know. You can make your mind up on that one. Avi Yamini said every time there's a new development with Elon Musk's takeover, there's suddenly a Twitter purge. Are they destroying evidence? Yeah, it's probably, look over here while we shred these papers. Rising Serpent said, how is asking a foreign government to delay making cuts in oil production till after the midterms not interference? Biden. John Godemsky says, enjoy your steaks, bacon and chops while you can. Labor is going to fart tax them out of your reach by 2024. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Cow farts, who would have known they were so dangerous? Peter Sweden said the weather is used as an excuse to grab power and control the people. It's weather communism. And that's exactly what it is. And we do have more of that further down, I think, somewhere where I hope I shared it, where a couple of people, what did they do? Throw red sauce over Van Gogh's flower art. Okay, World War III. This is a parody satire account, okay? For those of you complaining that war video games aren't realistic, oh my God, we have some great news. We're just about to go real, very real. Oh no. Sorry, but I had to laugh because it's just so tongue-in-cheek, you know what I mean? Liz Churchill said Klaus Schwab is an unelected psychopathic criminal and we should all be allowed to say that. Crimes against humanity. Yes, and don't forget this is who is controlling everything right now, okay? Just let it load up. Where is it? This guy. This is Klaus Schwab. Welcome. You're welcome. Oh, and he's the one running everything. Oh, my goodness. This great reset anyway. Peter Sweden said, huge news. A Norwegian court has ruled that the COVID border restrictions were illegal after 6 months. Freedom and sanity is finally prevailing. They're trying to hang on with all their might, but the Norwegian court rules the border controls illegal after 6 months due to the coup. This is a massive win for freedom. Read all about it in his latest article. Libs of TikTok said, should we do it? Matt Walsh said hundreds of trans activists and Antifa show up to our screening tonight but had no effect at all. We packed the house and had a great event. Now I'll relax at the hotel and we'll have some whiskey while the protesters continue to scream about me impotently. Great night all round. Libs of TikTok responded, sounds like a great evening. Matt Walsh said, we need you to make a special guest appearance at one of my events so we can really get the lib tears flowing. Libs of TikTok said there would be a tsunami like we've never seen before. Oh, dear. Stephen said, so why don't we have a huge carbon tax on private jets? I thought that was a good question. Why not? Why aren't they getting the biggest carbon tax on their private jets? And you know what I heard they do? They buy shares in a jet, so they don't use it all the time, but they don't have to pay, to pay to keep up the jet on their own. And, it's like a timeshare with jets, apparently. Who knew? Jack Posobiec said, look, everyone, I'm far from the biggest Dr. Oz fan, but if you're putting out polls showing Federneck Hawking gaining ground in PA over the last 2 weeks, everyone knows your poll is horse shilt, okay? I read it how he spelt it. Tom Fitton said, so House can now call Obama to testify under oath on Benghazi, IRS abuse, Fast and Furious, spying on Trump, cash to Iran terror regime, arms to jihadists in Syria, Solyndra, you can keep your doctor, unlawful amnesty, Clinton crime cover-up, unmaskings, Biden scandals. Yeah, because they've just indicted Trump for that, so watch what happens. Bradley said Brittany Higgins told Lisa Wilkins that Bruce removed her underwear. It has now come out in court that she was never wearing any in the first place. More lies. There you go. Brittany Higgins, okay? The one who's having someone charged with sexual assault has told someone that someone removed her underwear, but she wasn't wearing any in the first place, so bit impossible to remove if it wasn't there. Just saying. Jeremy 45 said it was all staged. Pelosi brought in daughter, camera crew to US Capitol before the riot. Son-in-law was set up outside to film. Here it comes. Charlie Kirk says, why was Nancy Pelosi mic'd up and travelling with full documentary crew on January 6th? And Cat Turd also said, so Nancy Pelosi had a camera crew following her. Imagine that. Oh, this one's horrible. For Australians, okay, this is Julie Bishop was one of our assistant, what do you call it, Deputy Prime Minister or something, I can't remember. Horrible woman. Chook, she was one wearing those red shoes too. Wows, really? Cue the bubbles. Julie Bishop wows in strapless gown at an event, but some are sick of her flaunting. That's not flaunting anything. What's wrong with this picture? What is wrong with her? What is going on here? The shoulders don't look right. I don't know. But yes, it's not very flattering. And it's okay. It wowed me in the fact that I went, oh, wow, that doesn't look good. Okay, it does not look good. There's something wrong there. What is it? What is it? World War III again said, if you're concerned about overpopulation, I've got the perfect solution. There you go. How about we send all the people that support the war off to fight the war, starting with politicians and any corporations or anyone else who wants to support. Be free. You go and fight. You go first, right? That's what I say. Laverne Spicer said if Alex Jones has to pay almost $1 billion for defamation, imagine what CNN will have to pay Trump for 6 continuous years of it. And Wokeness said Monday, PayPal said they'll fine people $2,500 for misinformation. Wednesday, JP Morgan Chase shuts down Kanye West bank account. This is why they want a cashless society. We must reject it now before it's too late. Old Soldier said, so have I got this right? The FBI offered a chap $1 million to prove Trump collusion. It couldn't. But they took that to a FISA court and obtained warrants to illegally spy on a presidential candidate. The same FBI whitewashed investigations into Clinton and Hunter. Exactly. World War III said, just give us a few more days. We're still painting pronouns on the nuclear missiles. That's what I mean. It's a satire site. It's supposed to be funny. I find it funny. Some people might not. And I'm sorry if you don't. You know, we just find different things funny then. Lance Gooden says wholesale inflation is up 8.5% from a year ago. I'd like to speak with the 17 Nobel Prize winning economists who said Biden's agenda would lower inflation. See all these experts, experts? Not really, okay? Especially the ones that the TV puts forward, I believe. Dr. James E. Olson said, I don't know, but it certainly seems to me like a lot of famous people are having heart attacks and strokes all of a sudden. And has anyone seen Madonna recently? Okay. I saw Madonna on, I don't know what it was. Why does she look like Jeffree Star? Does anyone know who Jeffree Star is? That is a trans makeup artist person, right? I don't know if anyone gets what I'm saying, but that's what she looks like. She's trying to imitate Jeffree Star, or I don't know, but she's certainly starting to look like him. If you don't know who I'm talking about, look him up. Rep Jim Jordan, real America can't afford gas, groceries or rent. When will the January 6th committee address those issues? Oh, and here again, I may have made another mistake yesterday. Libs of TikTok said Rebel News Online reporter showed up dressed like this to Halton District School Board meeting today, where the viral teacher who wears massive fake breasts to school is employed. But I did hear that the guy who wears those massive fake breasts to the school, I did hear that he was done for being, toxic masculinity, and that's why he did it. I don't know for a fact if that's the case. But this person who I seen, I think, was a reporter, showed up dressed like him and had a real good go at the school board. So there you go. Laverne Spicer said the Biden admin has reportedly lost track of nearly 20,000 kids trafficked across the southern border. Why ain't AOC somewhere crying for the cameras about that? No, because that does not suit the agenda. That's why. Does anyone remember Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez crying at that fence, but it was a car park. Yep. Oops, Ashley Babbitt's blood is on Nancy Pelosi's hands. She should be held accountable. Who agrees after all of this? And apparently it was a setup, and apparently Nancy Pelosi had a film crew going around that day with her. Yeah. And the guy who did it just got let off. I don't care if he was a cop, just shot someone for no reason. Kevin Jenkins said if Alex Jones has to pay $900 million for offending people with words, what do the pharmaceutical companies have to pay for actually physically hurting and killing people? Christian Collins said, weird how JP Morgan Chase closed Kanye West's bank account, but never Jeffrey Epstein's. No. He had an account there. That's fine. Chook said, I'm fat phobic then. Libs of TikTok, finding flat stomachs more attractive is fat phobic and is because of Christianity and racism. Can you make that one make sense? I can't. I'm not going to play it. It's just ridiculous. Seriously? A flat stomach. Look, looking after yourself is looking after yourself. It's more for your health than anything else. And it is better to have a flatter stomach for your health, believe it or not. The less excess you have around you is better for your internal organs, believe it or not. So make of that what you will, but I can't make that one make sense. Jack Pasobic said, are you paying attention yet? Media Guardian, only proper online regulation can stop poisonous conspiracists like Alex Jones. Okay, so they just want more censorship. Says Guardian columnist Simon Jenkins. Well, Simon Jenkins sounds like a bit of an authoritarian to me. Wanting to censor people's speech. That's what it sounds like. That's what they're doing anyway, guys. So make sure you subscribe to other channels, right? Because I could be gone at any time. James Bradley says, why is Camilla Harris now proudly incentivizing the same drug use she formerly put 2,000 plus people in jail for? And that is talking about marijuana, of course. Libs of TikTok said threatening to murder someone apparently doesn't violate Twitter rules at the FBI. Targeted individual. Thank you to the sponsors. What's this? And someone wrote, inshallah, we will compromise you to a permanent end. Huh? And apparently Twitter support wrote back, hello, we're writing to let you know we didn't find the content you reported to be in violation of our rules. We know this is disappointing to hear as you had a reason to report in the first place. Oh dear. We seek to consider context and to see the full picture before deciding whether reported content or accounts violate our rules. So trying to bring someone to a permanent end is not a violation of Twitter's rules, apparently. Jack Pasobic said, crime is exploding across the nation. Rivers of blood's in our street. Food costs more and more for less items. Republicans should win in a landslide, but corporate media won't discuss these things that affect people in their daily lives. No, they're too busy chasing people for made-up reasons. That's what they're doing. And smear campaigns against people as well. Look up Pelosi talking about the wrap-up smear, okay? Seriously. It's what they've done to a lot of people. Christian Tertius, MEP, said, I need your help. Can you comment? I just shared that because if people could share all the information they had. Kimberly said Candace Owens drops the trailer for a new documentary exposing Black Lives Matter as a scam and not a charity. 2 weeks later, the Biden IRS let her know she's going to be investigated. Braveheart said, excuse me, J6 committee, didn't hear you call out Ray Epps. Gunther Eagleman says, Ray Epps is an effing coward. And Chicago Ray said, this government right here, right now, is the very government our founders set out to protect us from. That's people in the US. Yep, that's exactly right. The Bradford Files said Biden is doing everything humanly possible to start a nuclear war, and the media is still focused on Trump. That should tell you everything. And again, Tom Fitton said, so now Obama can be required to testify to the House about his abuse of Trump, Benghazi, his IRS abuse, his lies about Obamacare, etc. Laverne Spicer said Fox News won't broadcast Trump rallies, but is broadcasting the January 6th Inquisition. And Cat Turd, just so you know, Bank of America cancelled our bank account for our podcast. When Jules, my co-host, asked why, they rudely said they didn't need a reason. Bank of America, a commie piece of losers, beware. Avi Yamini said advocating against nuclear war now makes you a Russian bot. What a time to be alive for now. Oh, El Donaldo Trumpo said the Unselect Committee can stick that midterm surprise subpoena up there behind. Chicago Ray said, just want to let you Democrats know, once we've impeached Biden, Kamala can't be sworn in because she wasn't born in America. So sad. Some of us have known that for years. Okay, and I think that's the end of that one. And I wanted to go over to the Gateway Pundit just to look. I'm wary because they're becoming a little bit more like mainstream news. I'm not sure, but hang on, let's see. Come on. It was all staged. Pelosi brought in daughter camera crew to US Capitol before the riot. Son-in-law was set up outside to film. It was all a setup, from Ray Epps opening the magnetic doors from the inside to the dozens of Fed operatives in the crowd to Ginger Gunn to firing flash bombs and gas canisters on unsuspecting grandmas and seniors to the mass arrests of hundreds of innocent Trump supporters who were waved into the US Capitol. Now we have the proof that it was all set up. The entire thing was filmed by a pre-staged camera crew. On Thursday, CNN released never-before-seen footage of Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell inside the US Capitol on that day, the two people who refused to call in the National Guard prior to that day and during the actual so-called rioting. Okay, there is. I'm not going to show the footage because I can't get the sound through StreamYards for some reason. The footage was filmed by Nancy's daughter, Alexandra. Nancy's son-in-law was outside filming the insurrection. It was all staged. Julie Kelly tweeted out the CNN production on Thursday night. What was that? Also notable, this is the first time off-limits Nancy Pelosi, the official primarily responsible for protecting the Capitol, has made a cameo during the J6 performance. Who filmed the footage? Wasn't it done on an iPhone's professional grade? Professional photographers, filmmakers allowed at Fort McNair, the secured location where congressional leaders were evacuated to that afternoon. Wonder who would know. Never mind all the skipped-over moments and footage like when police started launching flashbangs into the crowd a little after 1 p.m. You decide how authentic this appears to be. I'm not going to play it, but... Also, forget that Pelosi's son-in-law, Alexandra's husband, also on the scene that day. And it just says that this whole thing was planned, staged. These people are truly demons. Head of Congressional Ethics Office arrested, charged with DUI after crashing into house. Has he got ethics, has he? I think he's lacking them. Technofog, day 3 of Igor Dushenko trial. FBI paid Dushenko $219,000 for fake report. 1 of 5 charges dropped. Update, Rayleigh mass shooter identified as 15-year-old Austin Thompson. Killed his older brother and 4 other people. I don't know. Let's see. 5 people were killed on Thursday by a shooter dressed in camo in a wooded area in East... Oh, this sounds too familiar. East Rayleigh, North Carolina. The killer, a 15-year-old boy with a baby face, has been identified as Austin Thompson, WRAL reported. 15-year-old Austin Thompson killed his older brother James Thompson, 16. Thompson also killed an off-duty police officer, duty officer, and 3 women. I heard 2 gunshots and they were really loud, so I thought something was close by, and then I heard 3 other gunshots, said Robert, a witness who spoke with WRAL. I saw him basically pass my house in the backyard. He had a long barrel shotgun. He was dressed in camo. He had a full backpack that was also camouflage. The mass shooting took place near the Neuse River Greenway Trail near Osprey Cove, according to media reports. According to witnesses, Austin Thompson used a shotgun during his shooting spree. However, police did not confirm the type of weapon used in Thursday's shooting. Police still have not determined a motive for the murders. Something's wrong with this, I'm telling you now. Sources tell WRAL News that 15-year-old Austin Thompson is the person hospitalised suspected of killing 5 and injuring 2 others in a shooting spree in East Rayleigh neighbourhood on Thursday. One of the victims was his 16-year-old brother James Roger Thompson, a junior at Nightdale High School. Police on Friday identified the police officer who died as Officer Gabriel Torres, 29, saying he was on his way to work at the time of the shooting. James Thompson and 3 adults identified as Nicole Connors, 52, Mary Marshall, 34, and Susan Knutz, 49, died. In addition to the 5 killed, 2 others were injured. One of them was a Rayleigh police officer who was treated and released from hospital. Marciel Gardner, 59, was still at WakeMed on Friday in a critical condition. A man who lives in the neighbourhood told WRAL News he saw the shooter outside the back window of his home after hearing gunshots. He saw a woman running in the same area. If this poor lady I saw was jogging is hurt, I don't know, he described with emotion. Yep, they always use emotions. Oh, that hits people harder than the news does. Sorry, there's a skin on my cup of tea there. Yeah, I don't know. Something just doesn't smell right about that. You know what they do. They do them all the time. You know, those fake, things. Something just doesn't, I don't know, doesn't sit right with me. Biden renews the COOF emergency for 90 days after saying the COOF ended before his COOF czar said it's not over. Of course, they're still all trying. AZ state legislators in Kari Lake to enact legislation to sever all ties and support after PBS betrays Arizona Clean Elections Commission. Don't know what that's about. Interesting. Scottish Harry Potter actor Robbie Coltrane dead at 72. Oh, there you go. Never seen Harry Potter, so I don't know, but I've heard of Robbie Coltrane. Man interrupts vaccine symposium to call out the criminal activity of a certain company. Anti-science staff quickly whisks him from the room and he disappears like a vaccine victim. There you go. It's happening. Dementia Joe will go to Pennsylvania to stump for stroke victim John Fetterman. Seriously, if people vote this guy in after looking at Joe Biden, like this guy's had a stroke, okay? He can't understand what people are saying to him. He has to read it off like a teleprompter thing. I don't know. In an emergency, you need to be able to communicate with people really well and really quickly to get things done. TGP's Jim Houghton radio host John Fredericks debate GOP voting strategy on Steve Bannon's War Room. CVS fires devout Catholic nurse practitioner for one reason. Are pro-life Christians a national security threat all of a sudden? Wow. Oh, okay. This is what's going on with Elon Musk. We're just following his recommendation. Elon Musk confirms report. Pentagon asked to fund Starlink for Ukraine. Cites ambassador who told him to F off over peace plan. Elon Musk confirmed Friday that SpaceX has asked the Pentagon to pick up the tab to provide ongoing Starlink satellite internet service to Ukraine, citing being told to F off by a Ukrainian ambassador after Musk proposed a peace deal in Russia's war in Ukraine. It's apparently $20 million a month. He's doing it for free when, if any of the other companies did it, they'd be charging the government a whole lot of money. Starlink's letter to the Department of Defense was sent before the insult, but Musk seemed to confirm the insult has had an effect. Musk said Starlink's costs are running at about $20 million per month. The US and others have been partially paying for the reported more than 12,000 terminals and service provided after Russia's invasion of Ukraine earlier this year. On October the 3rd, Ukraine's ambassador to Germany, Andrzej Melnik, said to Musk, F off is my very diplomatic reply to you, Elon Musk. And there it is. Okay, there's the tweet. You can see it. And he just wanted peace. Look, Elon Musk said Ukraine-Russia peace, redo elections of the next regions under UN supervision. Russia leaves if that's the will of the people. Crimea, formerly part of Russia, has been since 1783 until Khrushchev's mistake. I don't know who that is. Water supply to Crimea assured. Ukraine remains neutral. And this guy wrote F off. Okay. So now we know they don't really want peace. Early Friday morning, Musk replied to a Kiev Post reporter who noted the insult in the report on Starlink. We're just following his recommendation with a shrugging emoji. Yep, Elon Musk Starlink says it can no longer afford to give Ukraine free service and asked the Pentagon to pay for it. Starlink had been a game changer in the war. This comes days after Ukrainian ambassador Melnik Andrzej told Musk to F off. And Elon Musk said, we're just following his recommendation to F off. They're effing off. Musk previously noted the expenses are becoming too much to handle for Starlink. SpaceX is not asking to recoup past expenses, but also cannot fund the existing system indefinitely and send several thousand more terminals that have data usage up to 100 times greater than typical households. That this is unreasonable. A senior US defense official confirmed late Thursday that Musk had privately urged the Pentagon to pay up. The official said there was no comparable system with such widespread applicability. The bill is likely to run into hundreds of millions of dollars over the next year, the official said, speaking on the condition of anonymity because of the sensitivity of the issue. The official described it as a scenario in which Musk dangles hope over the heads of millions, then sticks the DoD with a bill for a system no one asked for, but now so many depend on. Elon's gonna Elon, the official added. Look, no other company would provide free service. They'd be charging the government for it. Okay, or NATO or someone. CNN reported in depth on the controversy, quoting a US official attacking Musk excerpt. Though Musk has received widespread acclaim, and thanks for responding to requests for Starlink service to Ukraine right as the war was starting, in reality, the vast majority of the 20,000 terminals have received full or partial funding from outside sources, including the US government, the UK, and Poland, according to the SpaceX letter to the Pentagon. SpaceX's request that the US military foot the bill has ranked top brass at the Pentagon. Rankled? Okay. With one senior defense official telling CNN that SpaceX has the gall, to look like heroes while having others pay so much and now presenting them with a bill for tens of millions per month. I don't know where you get anything for free. This is like socialist people asking for socialist things. According to the SpaceX figures shared with the Pentagon, about 85% of the 20,000 terminals in the Ukraine were paid or partially paid for by countries like the US and Poland or other entities. Those entities also paid for about 30% of the internet connectivity, which SpaceX says costs $4,500 each month per unit for the most advanced service. Over the weekend, Musk tweeted there are around 25,000 terminals in Ukraine. It's a lot of money. In his July letter to Musk, Ukraine's Commander-in-Chief Gen whoever it is, praised the Starlink unit's exceptional utility and said that some 4,000 terminals have been deployed by the military. However, around 5,000 terminals per month are destroyed in the fighting. The bloke, that guy, said before asking for 6,200 more terminals for the Ukrainian military and intelligence services and 500 per month going forward to offset the losses. SpaceX said they responded by asking that guy to instead take up his request to the Department of Defense. On September the 8th, the Senior Director of Government Sales for SpaceX wrote the Pentagon saying the costs have gotten too high, approaching $100 million. The official asked the Department of Defense to pick up Ukrainians' new request as well as ongoing service costs totaling $124 million for the remainder of 2022. These costs, according to the senior defense official, would reach almost $380 million for a full year. Musk commented earlier Friday on the costs of supporting Ukraine with Starlink. In addition to terminals, we have to create, launch, maintain and replenish satellites and ground stations and pay telcos for access to internet via gateways. We've also had to defend against cyber attacks and jamming, which are getting harder. Burn is approaching $20 million per month. And there you go. So, what else is happening? Oh, Ashley Babbitt's killer received special housing after shooting her dead in US Capitol without warning. Special housing. DC's deputy mayor resigns after being charged with assault and battery for grabbing a man by his neck in the gym parking lot. I've got a feeling I reported on that before for some reason. Anyway, that is it for the news. Oh, let me just bring that over here. And go back in the comments. Oh, my eyes are stinging. Oh, dear. Okay. Oh, hey, the key, the secret. Sunflower. Hey, Veronica, how you going? Hey, everyone. Okay. I said that in the beginning, didn't I? Where am I? Hey, Susie, how you going? Robin, how you going? David said, bearing up, King, Snurgle. I should probably stop trying to do 50 things at once, though, but I guess that's the Gemini curse. I try and do that and then can't remember what I was doing. I'm not good at multitasking. Well, it depends. Not really. Oh, they reckon women can. I can't. All my time doesn't get focused on one thing then. I'm focused on many things, and you can't give all to one thing. One thing at a time. Alex said, yes, I'm good. Just quite tired. Couldn't sleep last night and had to get up and drive. So a bit tired. Oh, you poor thing. Hey, MM, how you going? And Sherry and King Snurgle said, David, I've learnt better by now. If you're doing any one thing for as long as possible, avoid doing any one thing for as long as possible. The other 49 forget they need doing all on their own. Hello, Menacing Muskrat. How you going? Oh, dear. Everyone's saying hello. Deb said, yet they kept trying to claim Mr. T was not fit. Yeah, look, look at these two they're putting forward now. Like, seriously, is that the best they've got to offer? That's pretty sad. We know Joe's a puppet. He's just, being played with, manoeuvred around like a pawn on a chessboard. Darren said, looking over the second-hand car prices shows about a 33% increase since last year. Yeah. Yeah, there's not much you can... and by the way, everyone, a lot of people are doing this, boycotting PayPal. I'm going to try and get rid of mine by next week. So, and I don't know if Stripe is the best. I don't know how to set that up. So, I mean, I've already got an account set up with them, but I don't know how that's going to work. So, I don't know. Out to Lunch said there's an engine that runs on water. Yeah, they've done that like over the years. People have invented that, and always somehow the car companies get hold of it, the patent for it, hide it, and sometimes the person who invented it ends up dying in a strange manner as well. David said, lol, King Snurgle, maybe I'll try that sometime if I get desperate, but lawns don't mow themselves and bikes don't build themselves, nor the housework. Do you know what I'd love? I just bought this robot vacuum cleaner, right? Now, it's not connected to the internet. It just goes around and bounces off things. I want a lawnmower that just goes around and just mows the lawn. Oh, my God, it's not because I'm lazy. Believe me, I've just got too much to do these days. I am flat out. I never thought I'd get so busy. Darren said, hello, Alex. David said, oh, dear, your idea is starting to sound appealing. Selena said, woohoo, caught you early. Good on you, Selena. King Snurgle said, buy a sheep, then the lawn will never need mowing. I can understand the bike bit, and if you spend all your time doing that, the housework should never need doing. Live in the shed garage instead. That's not a bad idea. Alex is saying hello. Deb said, not my phone, doesn't go black. Yeah, some do and some don't. Darren said, my phone goes black when on a call. Some of them do. It depends on what type of phone she's using. That'll tell you pretty much what's going on there. So I don't know. David said phones blank the screen by default to save on battery. I thought they also did it so that you didn't accidentally hit your face on the buttons and do like hang up on people or mute them. Or I know some phones have that capability. Susie said, did anything happen in the news today? Anyone hear anything? I haven't heard of anything big yet. What's this? Selena Pelosi video. Okay. Yep, there you go. January 6 shows Pelosi vows to punch out Trump. She wants to punch him out. And I swear she calls him a CU in the NT. King Snurgle said, David Morgan, I was a workaholic when younger. Then I grew up and realised if you're going to perfect anything, it might as well be perfecting the art of doing much, much less. Hey, Lanazi, how you going? Darren said, Liz Truss has gone full commie today, putting corporate tax up to 25% will drive business away. The media have been pushing for this. Oh, of course. Yep, I think Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tried that and Amazon left her state or something. I remember something a few years ago about that. Menacing Muskrat said, yep, Pelosi, going to punch him out. Yep. There you go. It's all over the place. Susie said, well, if it isn't Snazzy Linazi. Yeah, don't forget to sub to over there, okay? Because seriously, I don't know how long this is going to go on for. David said, lol, Viking, I don't mind living in workshops. Actually, I've done it before, and I practically still do when the weather is clement. And for those who've missed yesterday's live stream that I did, I had a strike. That's why I wasn't here. Plus, I was babysitting for about 3 days before I got the strike, and then I was about to go live the next day when I got an email saying you got a strike, can't upload for a week, and I'm like, oh, you bastard. David said, I don't think I'm a workaholic exactly, Viking. I just can't curb my ambitions. It's like, man, I'm going to get kicked off here because I cannot shut my mouth. Lanazi said, menacing muskrat, wasn't that something? Geez. Susie said, subbed. Oh, thank you, Susie. Out to lunch said, old people send young people to kill other young people they don't even know that are being sent by old people. And like, look, the left is into all this hating old white men, yet they're the ones in charge of the left. Do they not realise that? Including BLM. Off-grid John said, sorry to butt in, please pray for Zoe, a 4-year-old whose home was stolen by fraud. Okay, pray for off-grid John, Zoe, a 4-year-old whose home was stolen by fraud. Huh, that's sad. Did someone defraud the parents? Interesting. Oh, menacing muskrat smiled. Alex said, Quasi Kutang, the bloke laughing at the Queen's funeral, got sacked today. He's hoping the rest of them are about to get the boot. On your way. Yep, on your way, mate. Off you go. Off with ya. I was going to say something else, but no, I thought I'd stop it. Off with ya. Amen. David said, I don't think she could punch her way out of a soap bubble muskrat or a wet paper bag. Yeah, wet paper's really easy to break. I don't think she could punch her way out of a wet paper bag, mate. She'd be under there drinking. I could imagine Pelosi doing helicopter swings, you know, those like white arm, you know, helicopters. Menacing muskrat said, I think she was sipping again, Lanazi. Oh, she was sipping all right. She was drinking a lot of it. Stuart said, if we learn anything from these floods, it's to blame the council for giving permits to build in floodways. Yeah, and not building appropriate, what do you call it? Infrastructure to deal with it. Okay, I've got a Rumble notification. It's surprising. I'm getting Rumble notifications all of a sudden. Yeah, well, the councils are, either way, it's their fault. Lanazi said, menacing muskrat, you know, lol. Off-grid John said, thanks out to lunch. She lost her father. Do it. Seems she is fair game. Horrendous. How did she get defrauded out? How did a 4-year-old, hang on. Sorry, guys. I'm not picking on you, John. How does a 4-year-old get defrauded out of her house? What happened? That sounds terrible. David said, exactly, Heather, what comes out of their mouths is more dangerous than anything. Lanazi said, wow. Alex said he was the former Chancellor of the Exchequer for UK, now is being given to Jeremy Hunt, the bloke who first broke lockdown. You can't make this up. Wow. Hey, Gia Loft, how you going? Out to lunch said, for your health. Lanazi said, odd, no handcuffs? Was that the lady who was getting arrested? The Aussie lady? Because I was thinking as I was saying that, it could be something against it, like to try and turn people against police. But these were, I don't know if these were police. What did the uniforms say that it didn't say police on the back of that one lady's uniform. Off-grid John said, I was arrested for attempting to protect little Zoe. 6 cops attended. The child was removed from her home. Okay, the child, 4-year-old cannot be living at home on her own. What's going on? I don't know. Is a mum with her? Alex said, Cockney rhyming slang comes to mind. Deb said, I bet she had a medical reason. I bet she did. I bet she had an exemption and they still did it. Darren said, Hunt is pro-EU and pro-lockdown. Deb said, shame. Stuart said, the police have lost it. Look, I think most police officers go into it for the right reasons. They want to help and protect people, but I also am realistic enough to know police can't do everything. And that also that these people that claim they were police officers, what did that lady have written on her back? It wasn't police. The others did have police on their back, but like an enforcement officer or something. No, that's not right. Dan Michael, those things do nothing. Of course they don't know. They make you sick. Hey, Gen X, how you going? Good to see you. Isn't the answer to that obvious, says David. Off-Grid John said, hi, Alex, please. Well, pray for her, but I'd love to know more Off-Grid John. That doesn't sound good if a 4-year-old's living in a house by herself. And how did she get defrauded of the house? I don't know. Hey, April, how you going? Off-Grid John, God bless you all. Stuart said, I've been charged with assault with a 200-gram bag of fruit. That's pathetic. It was self-defense. Susie said, that doesn't even look like a paddy wagon they're putting that lady in. Looks like an electrician's van. Where are they really going to take her? Well, it had double doors. Did you see that? It was like it had double doors. Alex said, praying for Zoe Off-Grid John. So sorry to hear this. Yeah, we'll pray for her, but I'm not understanding. I don't think. God bless you, Alex. Thank you. Darren said, it's so obvious. If you're pro-murder, then you won't be able to commit murder. Off-Grid John said, feel free to share the video of the police assaulting a mother and daughter. Oh, her mother's with her, is she? Oh. David said, I'm saying it. Alex said, it was tomato soup. What idiots. And what more are people going to put up with? I don't even really care about art. It was probably staged, though. Yeah, and then they glued their hand to the wall behind it or something. I don't know. Leave them there. I wish people would stop helping them. Leave them there. They're going to be dying to go to the bathroom sooner or later. They're going to get hungry and thirsty. Leave them glued to the wall. That's what I think. Or the road or whatever. Oh, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Hey, George, how you going? GLF said a liaison officer is an officially designed relay and communications personnel who can represent the stance and standards of a company or office. Yeah, that's what it was, a liaison officer or something. It's just letting more people move in on the police's job to me. You know what I mean? Give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Where's the video, Off-Grid John? Yeah. Last video on your channel. Okay. I'll check it out after this. Off-Grid John. Hang on a sec. Sorry, Off-Grid John. I just didn't understand how did they get the 4-year-old, you know? George said, hi, Susie. Everyone's saying hello, George. Off-Grid John said, the cop elbow charges a mother and baby. Oh, no. Cops shouldn't be doing that. Like I said, a lot of cops do go in for the right reasons. There's just some of them that are just corrupt and I think it's mostly higher up, honestly. Darren said the government was thinking about designating Extinction Rebellion as terrorists, so they changed their name and all is well again. Oh, really? What did they change their name to now? Lanazi said, what a beautiful day, don't you all think? Oh, it's lovely today. We've got blue sky. I want to go out and play in the garden. I've got to I'll be uploading my garden video only to members because there was a wardrobe malfunction. Not a bad one, no, I don't want to put it up public. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, I'll just be uploading that one for members only. And I'll do another one for everyone else. Alex said, I was just subbed to your channel, Off-Grid John. It's not a bad wardrobe malfunction either. You don't see it. There's nothing falling out or anything. It's just weird. Off-Grid John said, God bless, your prayers are a welcome blessing. Definitely. Susie Fraser said, that's Julius Bishop. Pat said, she's a boy. Stuart said, emaciated. That's what it looked like to me. Remember when, who was Hank's wife? No, it wasn't her. Celine Dion. Like Celine Dion. You know how she looks like a skeleton now? It kind of reminded me of that. George said, Liz trust in the government are a joke. Alex said, I hope she's okay, Off-Grid John. Yeah, definitely. Doesn't sound good. George said, hi, Alex. Out to lunch, said Off-Grid John. Wow, that was crazy, brother. Prayers for her. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. Oh, sorry, I didn't understand at first. I honestly wasn't getting it. Off-Grid John said, I cannot find out directly as I have bail conditions disallowing next to contact the child. George said, the UK needs a general election. Out to lunch said, wow. Stuart said, Off-Grid, we'd both be on bail then. Off-Grid John said, she's a part of our family. I have 7 children who adore this little girl. Oh, wow. Have you got a backstory on your channel? Can we go and check it out? I'll check it out after this live. Darren said, if Russian collusion info was real, then it would have been invalid anyway if they paid for it. Hence, they knew all along. Off-Grid John said, no good deed goes unpunished, Stuart. Yeah. April said, lol, lol. Alex said, that's so terrible, Off-Grid John. April Red Rum said, yeah. Off-Grid John said, the mother's in careful contact with my wife. Okay. Lanazi said, yep, I know of Jeffree Star. Have you seen Madonna? She looks like him. I can't believe it. Seen a picture of her in a video this morning and went, is that Jeffree Star? No, it's Madonna. Oh, no. Alex said, yeah, Madonna's gone too far with the surgery. Well, she looks like, I don't know if she was trying to, but she looks like Jeffree Star right now. Darren said, why, George? Only Labor or Conservative have a hope, so ruination either way. George said, I used to like Madonna. So did I when I was younger. Stuart said, assault with a healthy weapon. Thanks, John. I feel crap as it was my brother-in-law. Selena said, which Madonna? I've seen 3 different ones. Yeah, she looks different every time you see her. We sure we're not looking at robots here? Seriously. I'm beyond clones. I think they're robots. I don't know. Oh, dear. Well, no, as I said, Off-Grid John, love and many prayers. Yeah, definitely. We'll all pray for Zoe. April said, Madonna, adrenal gland diet. Out to lunch said, unknown causes becoming the #1 cause of death. Sad, I wonder what we have done differently in the last few years. If only people paid close attention. Like normal people. The problem is they think they're paying close attention, but they're not getting fed the right information. George said, Darren, the Tories and Labor are just as bad as each other. Off-Grid John said, bless Sheila Nazi. Stuart said, I was only spoiling my mum and mentioning the jab thing. He went wild at me. Darren said, the person they say is Madonna is not anyone who was a teen when she started, can tell that every feature is different, including the eyes. Yeah. Off-grid John said, that's harsh, Stuart. Yeah. Ruff said, hi, your camera's out of focus. Comments are clear. Everything else is blurred. My camera's drunk. It's losing focus. I'm so sorry. There's nothing I can do about it if it does go blurry. I'm so sorry. Darren said, exactly, George. Only hope is Reform UK. April said, exactly. King Snuggle said, 20,000 kids will feed an awful... Oh, yeah. I'm wondering if they're all about to come out of hibernation, make a sudden appearance in the near future. Look, it'd make me laugh if we'd seen them on TV and their faces melted off and they did become reptilians. I don't necessarily believe in the reptilian part of things, but I understand where you're coming from with that. But I would find it hilarious if their faces started melting off like as you know, They Live. You know that movie, They Live, right? As if their faces started melting off and they ended up looking something like that. Off-grid John said, we have no health issues, no intervention. That's good. Menacing Musgrave said, anyone see Roseanne Barr calling Trump a woman president? No. Off-grid John said, thank you for prayers for Zoe. God have mercy on us all. Definitely. Off-grid John, you as well, my dear. Thank you. Susie said, Musgrave, I think Roseanne is a late-night pill and wine enthusiast. I do too. I have a funny feeling she's playing both sides. I don't know. She's supposed to be a comedian. I don't know. Alex said, well done, Off-grid John, for standing up to that scumbag cop. Please keep us posted with any updates. Yeah, definitely. Let us know. Darren said, Roseanne has supported Trump for ages. Well, was it just a joke? Like it was, I don't know. She's a comedian. Was it a joke? I don't know. I'm not making excuses for her or against her, or I like to wait and see what happens with people and which way they're going to go. Stuart said, yes, John and Alex. Off-grid John said, absolutely, Alex and Stuart. Selena said, have a great night, guys. Off to paint. Bless you all. Love to have. You too. Have fun painting. Sounds interesting. George said, I don't trust any of these politicians. They don't care about us. No, they don't. Alex said, hey, Ruff, I hope you're well. Did you manage to get something sorted for the beautiful dog and her puppies? Oh, I hope so. Menacing Muskrat said, Darren, I know, but that's what she put out on Twitterverse. Stuart said, I'm excited as Voice of Freedoms have a long lunch at pub nearby today. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, exactly, George. It was the whole way along. Did they help black people? Did they help black people at all? Did they give any black poor communities money to help rebuild or do? No, they tore them down instead. Susie said, bye, Selena. And BLM's made of some white liberals, you know, like Antifa. They just wear black all over so that it covers up that they're white. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen, seriously. Alex said it's been proven, George O'Brien, all these things usually turn out to be money-grabbing scams. Oh, definitely they are. Alex says, makes me sick. Menacing Muskrat said, have a great time, Selena. Darren said, I've heard her call him a woman's president. Maybe she misspoke. Oh, a woman's president. What, as in all the women like him? I don't know. I like him not in that way. I like him as in I saw what he was trying to do. And you need someone with enough nuts to stand up and say things. I don't know. Alex said, we all stand together here. Yep. Stuart said, ass or ass? Alex said, side by side. Long as he said, amen. Amen, Alex, I love it. Darren said, yay, we can add Russian bot to our attributions. Oh, we're everything. You just, any name under the sun. Apparently that's what I am anyway. Every name under the sun. Alex said there'll always be more of us than them. Yep. I agree. Well, I said, God wins, exactly. Stuart said, yes, thank you. Reminds me of Navy a bit. George said, we all need to stand together against this corruption. We do. It doesn't matter which direction we're coming from. Just stand up and say something. Out to lunch, said Darren Booker, that's right. That is right, funny. Alex praying. Empress said, ass or ass is north or south in the UK. Is it? I feel funny when I say ass. It sounds like I'm trying to say an American accent. Menacing Muskrat put, the video of Roseanne. Oh, cool. Excellent. Davis said, ass only equals ass if you're American, otherwise it's a donkey. Darren said, can we make them think they need to get in their bunkers and lock them down there? Oh, I wish we could, seriously. Now, that would be interesting. Sorry, I'm burping here. I just had breakfast before I came on, so I'm burping and carrying on. Yeah, that's interesting, Darren. I'd like to see that. Alex said it's arse in this neck of the woods. It's same here. In Australia, it's arse. Ruff said, hi, Alex. Not yet. No one wants to help. Council or so-called rescuers. Damage done. I'll keep trying. Oh, Ruff. I'll pray for the doggies too. Out to lunch said, behind here. Stuart said, yes. Then let it rain, Darren. Darren said, arse is original English. Ass is American English. There is a slight difference between the English and American language, even though it's both like English, kind of. Yeah. Even the Australian language sometimes, don't worry about it. George said, I call a lot of these politicians an ass. They are. No, they're asses. Jackasses. They are donkeys. Alex said, I'm so sorry to hear that, Ruff. Do you know how close she is to giving birth, or has she already? Oh. The key to the secret said ass is original Nordic and Viking. King Snurgle said, David, my wife is American, and although I'm British, I can genuinely say my wife had a lovely ass when I first met her. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you think that way, King Snurgle. You should think your wife's got a good behind. Stuart said, oh, no, Ruff. David said, oh, that's right, King Snurgle. I hear that. Off-Grid John said, God bless you all. Must return to children. Much love to you all. Well, you too, Off-Grid John. Take care. We'll pray. Pray for Zoe. Kevin Thompson said, is a horse's ass a horse that owns a donkey? Oh, I don't know. Susie Fraser said, dumb ass sounds better than dumb ass. Yep. It kind of does. It does. I have trouble because I think I sound like I'm trying to do an American accent when I say ass. Oh, dear. Out to lunch says, someone on here called the shooting was close to happening. Look here, not there type of opportunity. Okay, yeah. The army fatigues was the first thing that got me. A 15-year-old? Oh, I don't know about that. Don't forget that 49% of crime is committed by like 1%. You know, the C_A. Mary went to Bethlehem with a good donkey. Alex said, too many of these children have been brought up with Call of Duty and whatever else shooting games, but I think that was probably all by design too. I'm not so sure because I grew up with horror movies and I don't want to hurt anyone, right? So I got to think of myself and then think, well, It depends on the type of person you are. Maybe if you've got some sort of mental problem, a certain one, I don't know which one it would be, but maybe that would make you do something where normal people don't. I don't know, because I used to think that too, Alex. And I thought of myself and thought, well, I grew up watching all these I used to love horror movies, but I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't know. I think it's what type of person you are. Dave said, no, Kevin, that'd be a horse's ass. Ruff said, just come off heat a few days ago. Belly will be full. Her first pups all died from neglect. Oh, no. Hey, I am Kai. Much love, guys. DJ Truth said, Rayleigh is 30 miles from me. Really? Darren said, yes, Susie, dumb ass, because donkeys are considered stupid. Kevin said, cool, thanks. George said, Call of Duty is a good name, lol. Alex said, take care, off-grid, John. God bless you and hope Zoe is returned. She's in my prayers, definitely. Yeah, that's what I think, April. I really, yeah. GLF said, I watched live as the Capitol thing happened. They lost me when I saw internet personalities filming from the roof of the Capitol as crowds approached as creates metal pipes part 1. Dealey said, sorry I'm late. Hello, everyone. Hey, Dealey, how you going? That's what I think. I really do. About that, yep. Everyone's saying hello to Dealey. Susie said, Darren, donkeys are lovely. They're stubborn, not stupid. My friend had 2, Heba and Sheba. Oh, cute. George said, R.I.P. Robbie Coltrane, a good actor. Yeah, I didn't watch the Harry Potter thing, and I don't know what else he was in, but I'm sure I've heard of him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Dealey said, Lanasi. Susie said, love Robbie Coltrane. Out to lunch said, you can stay if you hit that like button. DJ Truth said, Biden did tell everyone to buy a shotgun. Yep. He's an idiot. But yeah, I would definitely, arm myself. But I don't know. He's an idiot. Darren said the world knew January 6th was going to be an event. Trump wanted the National Guard. Because of it, Pelosi rejected that because she was in on it. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Out to lunch said, Emma, have I seen that? Wow. Hey, Timmy, how you doing? Happy Friday, Saturday, everyone. Hit the likes the first thing. I do that too with people. Yeah, I'll go in and hit the like as soon as I enter. Alex said, yeah, I heard about Robbie Coltrane earlier. He was in a lot of things. I got him mixed up with Taggart, though. Well, don't worry. I got, what was his name? And Matthew Modine. I don't know how. I thought that was the copper in Stranger Things. It wasn't. It was the doctor. How the hell did I get that? I don't know. I don't know the guy. I don't really watch movies. I may have watched something. I've heard of his name before, but for some reason I thought it was the copper, and I had no idea. Also, okay, I have to correct something else. Do you remember Anthony Bourdain? And I said something about I thought he was one who was out with a tribe and they were eating human. That wasn't him. It was a CNN anchor. He went out and he ate brain, people's brain, because he was with a tribe that was a cannibal tribe and he ate people's brain. It was a CNN reporter. So I did get that mixed up. I don't know I know he was a chef, Anthony Bourdain, for the Rich and Famous. Other than that, I don't know. Darren said, I don't mean to say they're stupid, just that historically they are used to imply stupidity. And George saying, hey, menacing, and out to lunch saying George. And GLF said crates of metal pipes were opened and handed out. Finally, as the chamber secretary pulled their sidearms that were clearly training arms, the red and white striped stickers on the gun gave it away. Wow. Susie Fraser said, I saw Robbie Coltrane a while ago and he was in a wheelchair. Did he have MS or motor neuron disease? I don't know. Alex is saying, hey, DJ Truth and Timmy. Hello, George O'Brien. How are you today? Out to lunch. I'm not yellow. Have a mate smile. George said, I'm okay. Thanks, Menacing. How are you? Everyone's still saying hello. Luna, how you going? Made it to see some of the news. Yay. Doing well, says Menacing. Cool, Menacing. Everyone's saying hello. Menacing got a present today. Yay. What did you get? Susie said, I heard Elon Musk's real name is Elon Muskrat. Are you related, Menacing Muskrat? Alex said, I didn't know that, Susie. I think he was just filming a Harry Potter thing, so I wonder if they'll finish it off with AI, CGI, or however they do it. Yeah, well, what they did with Zelensky, what was it, a hologram? Geoloff said, well, I wonder if my tweet to Elon got to him. I asked, when are we in the US going to get some of that high-speed internet for free like the Ukraine? Alex said, hey, Luna. George said, be back soon, going to get a kebab. Oh, enjoy your kebab. Alex said, don't forget to yep, don't forget to sub over there. You'll like her. It's me. Susan said, Alex, in the Harry Potter thing, I saw he was in a wheelchair in another interview as well. Oh, really? Everyone's saying hello still. Menacing said, nope, Susie Elon's from the Lemming side. He's a follower, I'm a leader, lol. Alex said, sub, yeah. Darren said, for Harry Potter, they'll probably turn him trans, so you won't know it's not him. Out to lunch said, choo, 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 always tell Donna. Darren said, not Harry himself. Menacing Muskrat. And Alex said, wow, Susie, I did try to find out about him earlier. It just said that he died in hospital. Susie said, the Lemming side, that's a good one. Menacing said, is that your dog in the thumbnail, Susie? Alex said, see you soon, George. Bring us one back. Alex said, my eyes have been stinging all day, no sleep. Yeah, I don't know. The last few days, my eyes have been getting very tired. Susie said, Alex, all these actors are dying. Something big happened today. I can feel it. Have you heard anything? I haven't heard anything. King Snurgle said, and hope George takes his human DNA tester with him. First time I've had a UK high street kebab. I would have sworn it was cooked. Oh, no. Hey, Demelza, how you going? Stuart said, lol, Gemini curse is real, as I'm one too, as most of my family are as well. Alex said, first thing I think now, Susie, is the jibby jab. I shouldn't laugh, but I'd cry otherwise. Lanazi said, Susie, Fraser, me too, been all out of sorts today. Pray. Definitely. Yeah, my eyes are just stinging. I don't know. I didn't have a snooze yesterday, so I just stayed awake. So maybe that was it. And I went to bed, quite late. Woke up very early again this morning. That's life at the moment, though. Just walking around tired. Susie said, no muskrat. All three of my dogs have crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Oh. Dealey said, hello, Demelza. Alex said, I think we're going to see more and more. Oh, yeah, definitely. Lanazi said, I love this chat and heaven makes me happy. Demelza said, hi, Lanazi and Dealey. Little smiles. George said, no, none of those cooked things where I go, mate. I am Kai said, it's going to be crazy for a bit. Complete system overhaul. I believe so too, I am Kai. I believe from now till the end of the year, going to be quite interesting. But it's going to be good as well. At the same time, it's going to get very interesting. And apparently I live in quite a small little town on the edge of Sydney. And apparently 2 young boys come up from lower down the mountain the other day and made 2 elderly people withdraw their money from the cash teller and stole it from them. They were caught. But you can just see things I don't know. I can see things just going further and further. Demelza said, hey, George. Darren said they could argue that people knew Biden suffered dementia when they voted for him, so how can that disqualify him? I don't know. Out to lunch said, Dan Bongino praises one he is involved with online, I'm thinking. George is saying, hey, Demelza and Kai, and sorry, Daly said hello to Kai. Darren said, wouldn't those cooked things be more like pork? I'd be more suspicious of German sausages. Oh, no. Well, as he said, Alex, yep, harder on those of us who know, because if they would just listen, a lot would have not have to happen. It makes me sad, you know. Oh, definitely. Demelza says, Kai, out to lunch. How you going? I'm Kai says, hey, Dealey, how you going? Out to lunch, says Boeing. How you going? Alex said, I think Honda is coming out with a water-run car years after that bloke invented it and was killed over it. Didn't suit their grand agenda back then, though. Of course not. We should be able to just run our cars on water. GLF said, Mr. Stanley Myers was a Christian who created the red dune buggy that he drove across America that ran off water, salt water or fresh water. There you go. They all end up getting, killed in strange ways. Well, Nazi says, I am Kai. Hey. Hi, Daly. Hi, Kai. Hi, George. I am Kai, still recovering from the seizing event. Oh, no, really, I am Kai. I hope you feel better soon. Pray for I am Kai. Darren said, water is a good fuel, and added electrolyte can generate a current to separate the water into hydrogen and oxygen for fuel. Waste is mainly water too. So that would be great for the environment, but they never wanted that, you know. They'd rather have you try and, you know, I don't know, use electric vehicles that run off the grid anyway. Daly said, oh, wow, Kai, I bet every muscle hurts. Oh, yeah. Alex said, there's a sensor at the top of a phone. You can turn it on and off in settings. I always click the button to make it black so I don't accidentally hang up with my face, which I've done many times. Yeah, I've had been muted, hung up on, because people's face hitting the screen. I'm Kai said, thanks, Lanazi. Susie said, Lanazi, I know we're well into the changes that are coming, but something big happened today. I can feel it so strongly. Can't sleep, eat, focus on anything. I can't, and I shake from the inside. Ears ringing badly. Oh, I'm Kai. It was on the pavement. Oh, no. Oh, I hope you're all right. Oh, Alex said, if I'm on my own, I just use a speakerphone, though, as I don't want that radiation near my head if I'm on the phone. Me too. Yeah, if I'm on my own, I'll put on speaker. George said, left and right are just as bad as each other. Susie said, Lanazi, can you feel a strong magnetic pull? Dealey said, Susie, I'm off on that. I don't know what happened, but I've been crying for 2 days. Do you know what I've had? It's like pressure. You know how, okay, if you had someone clap on your ears, you know the pressure you feel? Like there's air pushing at your ears. I've felt that over the last 2 days. That's all I've had, though. And I thought, I don't know what it is, but anyway. Just pressure in the ears. Darren said, NASA is excited about the moon's water as it can be a fuel source for getting to the other planets. Luna said, my mum was on call with me. She put me on hold with a cheek and the phone went black. She couldn't figure out how to fix it. I ended up having to hang up and call her back. We were both in stitches. That would be funny. Out to lunch said, I am Kai. I rubbed virgin olive oil on my broken leg for pain. It seemed to help. You may need an adjustment with olive oil. And Luna's saying, hey, George. And Alex saying, feck off to all government. Demelza is saying, hi, Luna. Well, Lanazi says, amen, Alex, lol. Out to lunch said, Alex, you ever seen Father Ted? Funny. Stuart says, sometimes I get rumble notifications too from my tummy. I'm going to start getting them soon. God, I get hungry a lot lately. That's another thing. I'm eating a lot. Demelza said, Alex, lol. Oh, Kai had a bit of an accident, I think. Alex said, yes, out to lunch, Father Jack. I am Kai said, beat up, Susie. Alex said, that's what I was going for. Lanazi said, so excited, my hands are doing great today. Yay. Oh, good. Luna said, g'day, Lanazi. Hey, I'm Kai. GLF said, in America, a helicopter swing is called a haymaker. Oh, okay. Yeah, the ones that just swing their arms around like hoping to hit something. I was like that as a kid, you know, and you know how you stand there as a kid and you make your arms go like, I'm not going to do it now. No, I'm not going to do that. You know how you just wriggle your body from side to side and let your arms flop and they start moving, you know. Oh, dear. Memories of being a kid. Out to lunch said, Kai Bruce has some crazy stuff he's showing. Susie said, who beat you up? Alex said, how are you, my friend? I am Kai. How are you, my friend? I am Kai said, the ground beat him up. He had a seizure again. Out to lunch said, help. I am Kai said, it's fixed. Out to lunch. You undid it. Well, Nazi said, a lot being done for optics. I think some things just seem too far out there, you know? Yeah, I think so too. I'm just waiting to see how things play out now. Out to lunch said, thick thims. I am Kai said, very sore. Everything is, oh, it would be hitting the pavement. Oh, that would be horrible. Oh, my heart goes out to you, I am Kai. Seriously, that's... Out to lunch said, I may need training wheels on them. Lanazi says, lol. Susie says, oh, Kai, I'm sorry. Are your seizures normally well controlled? There's a lot going on in the world. Out to lunch said, you have to see the video. George said, my uncle went to hospital with a broken hip and caught COVID. Oh, no. I am Kai said, only had seizing for like 2 years out of nowhere. Oh, really? Dealey said, Kai, have you tried CBD? Alex said, I'm so sorry to hear that, I'm Kai. I hope you managed to get your meds. I am Kai. It seems if head injury has part in it, or would have been soon after. It would have been soon after injury. Oh. George said, to be honest, even if I'm at death's door, I'd rather pass away at home than in a hospital. I'm the same. I don't want to be in some, you know, a cold, hard place. That's what I see them as. Cold, hard place. I'd rather be comfortable. Darren said, if someone wants to be glued to a wall, then isn't it a hate crime to stop them being glued to the wall? Yeah, I'd leave them there. They're going to want to go to the toilet sooner or later. They're going to want to eat sooner or later. They'll get sick of standing there. They're going to want to sit down sooner or later. I'd leave them there. I am Kai said, Dealey, I'm waiting to make a pickup now. I hope you get them, I am Kai. Susie said, Kai, did you ever have ECT treatment for depression that can bring on seizures? Dealey said, agreed, George. I couldn't die in a hospital. Yep, me too, George. I am Kai, no, but I've been electrocuted a few times. Ooh. Susie Fraser said, Celine Dion looks like a praying mantis. Yeah, well, Madonna's not far behind. Well, not only is Madonna not far behind, she looks weird as. She looks like Jeffree Star, but Julie Bishop, that politician, that's what it reminded me of. Celine Dion, the skinny looking. Ugh. Oh, George said, ouch, Kai. Dealer said, so true, Susie. King Snurgle said, George, I'd rather pass away or walk through hell's door than eat a high street kebab. I've got a short video extract on that subject that you might want to watch. Maybe not if he's going to eat one. Nolan Kai said, at one point I'd hold alive 110 with no reaction. Alex said, natural selection. If you're going to glue yourself to something, I'd say you weren't all there in the head. Yep. George said, no video will put me off a kebab. Dealey said, that was not Madonna in my opinion. Yeah, it looks like Jeffree Star to me. That's who it looks like. Alex said, yum, George, that was quick. George said, I'm drunk, mate, and Hank Marvin. Darren said, someone tell them to glue themselves to the train tracks instead. And Alex is laughing at George. I am Kai said, originally Madonna didn't have gap teeth. Didn't she? Mrs. Out to Lunch. How you going, Hev? Good to hear ya. You too, Mrs. Out to Lunch. Fred loves Donna and Donna loves Fred. Darren said, yes, she did, Kai. I remember because I do too. Alex said, hey, Mrs. Out to Lunch. Darren said, but I thought she had them fixed. I don't know. I am Kai said, I swear I remember perfect teeth. I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and compare pictures. King Snurgle said, George, I'll let you off then. Kebabs are definitely drunk food or nightclub kick-out home run fuel. Delia said, I think all the evil elites are already underground or off-world, and we're seeing their body double. That's why they don't care. Possibly. Susie says, well, Kai, you were missed. I'm glad you're back. Others asked after you too. Look at this way. The electrical storms you just went through gave you a reset. Maybe we'll bring clarity for you. Alex said she was really creepy at the beginning of lockdown to Melza. Oh, yeah, Madonna. With her roses and a bath and, oh, yeah, that was fried fish. Singing about fried fish. Out to lunch said, Alex, hi. I am Kai said, fingers crossed. Alex said, could be YouTube's settings not set to 720p if it's blurred. Delia said, Kai, I remember her without the gap too. Darren said, maybe it's Mandela effect. Alex said, hope you're well. Mr. and Mrs. Donna loves Fred and Fred loves Donna. I am Kai said, several Mandela effects lately, I think. Yeah, well, apparently you know how the Google search results I was telling you a few weeks ago, they're not showing you all the results. Well, not only that, they're removing articles from the internet. And that's why people have to go back to the Wayback Machine and have a look for articles that are missing because they've been deleting them. Susie said, do you guys think the grey aliens are actually demons? I think aliens are demons. Out to lunch said, thank you, beautiful. I am Kai said, like Elvis is Bob Joyce. Alex said, distorted a face during the time change. Demelza said, Alex, what did you find creepy about her? For me, it's the toy boys and girls. Oh, yeah, them too. D. Lee said, yes, Mandela effect. I am Kai said, by the way, Elvis has passed to Bob Joyce. GLoff says, it's not necessarily Heb's camera. It's a server that's either recording all through, puts on the server, is overtaxed in processing. Oh, there you go. Alex said, she looks like she's been sucked through a vacuum. Materialistic girl. Pat said, yeah, I saw one about Trump. I think it was Angel Price, YouTube. Out to lunch said, Mandela effect for sure. George said, me and Mike's went to see Madonna at Wembley Stadium. Who's that girl? Tour. Oh, yeah. Demelza said, she looks like the puppet from Saw. She She actually does. Susie said, hi, Demelza didn't recognise your new photo. I am Kai said, yeah, she does. Demelza said, hey, Susie. Delia said, the Mandela effect of M&Ms trips me out. I know they used to say melts in your mouth, not in your hands. Yeah. What have they changed it to? Darren said, when the news talks about Thatcher being one of the greatest PMs, I have to hope it's Mandela effect again. Alex said, I've heard that, Susie, but I don't know myself. I've never really looked into aliens, but I think they have gradually been building people up to something to do with them. I am Kai said, ass. Well, Nazi said, women love Trump for sure. Yeah, I like him, but not in that, like, I'm not attracted to him, but I like the guy for what he was doing, what he was trying to do, what he's still doing. I am Kai said, abducted at 16 years old, aliens are really real. I'll believe it when I see one and I can go up and go, you know, touch him. Yeah, I need more. Alex said, I thought it was creepy when she kissed Brittany and Christina on stage, Demelza. I never really looked into her more until I saw her during COVID. Talk about fried fish and pasta. Yeah. And yes, that was the film clip. She apparently came out as gay. The film clip when she just looked like Jeffree Star. It's just weird. I don't know. Out to lunch. I think it's funny someone in Australia likes an American president and also agrees the resident is now needing a nursing home. Oh, definitely. I've been getting into it for years, especially American politics for some reason. I was watching Alex Jones for years, so I learned a lot about American politics. I don't know all of it, but I learned a lot about it. And I can see what's going on. So, yeah, Demelza said, oh dear. Oh dear. George said, the world is fucked up. Yep. Demelza said, daft woman. Yep. Susie said, Alistair Crowley, you see to have contact with two beings called I Was and Lamb. They physically look like the grey aliens. Yeah, I did hear about that. Yep. I Am Kai said, lust first, then love if you're lucky. Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs up, folks. Susie said, Alex, having trouble texting again. Alistair Crowley comment is for you. Burp. Sorry, guys. Alex said, that's okay, Susie. So am I. I'm trying to keep up tonight and I hope I don't miss anything. Me too. I feel like I'm missing a lot because I haven't been here for 2 weeks nearly. Susie said, Alex, lots of interference tonight, nothing to do with us. I Am Kai said, Tourette's syndrome. That's about it. Susie said, I think Castle suffers from Tourette's syndrome. I Am Kai said, they do indeed. Susie said, Dealey in the house. Alex said, I looked a bit into Crowley a while ago, but I don't know much about him. I'll have to do some research. Too many weirdos about it. It's hard to know where to start. Too many rabbit holes, Susie. Yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah, Alistair Crowley. I looked into it a little bit, but not too far. Darren said, computer games are scapegoated to cover the real reasons for people's bad behaviour, now covering for the heart problems from the jibby yabby. Yep. Dealey said, Susie, yes, but just barely. Luna said, my parents were at work a lot when I was little, so I grew up watching a lot of different things. As a result, my accents is a very odd mix. Oh, yeah. I knew people here in Australia whose kids used to watch Sesame Street and they grew up with an American accent. Actually, they watched most American, like, the pay TV, the Foxtel and all that. And so they were watching the kids' channels and, yeah, they ended up with an American accent as toddlers. It was funny. Menacing Muskrat said oven heat for tea biscuits. Oh, yum. I've got to make more bickies. Susie said Robbie Coltrane was great and Cracker and Nuns on the Run with Eric Idle. He was Sister Euphemia of the Five Wounds. Yeah, don't forget to sub over there, please. Darren said CNN Cannibal Nutrition Network. Yeah, he was a CNN host and it was like he was out with a tribe and they were a cannibalistic tribe and he ate some brains. And I mixed them up. Alex said, I think a lot of them have eaten human meat and are brazen about admitting it now, almost like they're trying to make it popular. I Am Kai said, Soylent Green. What the heck said, hello and much love to all from Arizona. Hey, what the heck? How you going? Alex said, I heard a bloke on another live the other day, don't know about human McDonald's, but said he ate 2 Beyond Meat burgers and both made him really sick, said it tasted nice though. Oh dear. I couldn't even try it. I'd just have that image in my head and I'd be gagging before I even got the thing to my mouth. Lanazi said, hello. Hey, Paul, how you going? Stuart said, search Robbie Coltrane, Two Tribes Seawall Walk, best movie clip. Demelza said, wasn't Elon involved in some Epstein stuff with Amber Heard? No, the media are going hard at smearing Elon at the moment. They've done the same thing to Trump, Dershowitz, Kavanaugh. Yeah, I know they hung in the same circles, but I don't think he's involved, but it remains to be seen. So, to be honest, I wasn't there. I can't say for sure. Thank God I wasn't there. Yeah, can't say for sure, but I'm sure we'll find out. Out to lunch said, Arizona, hi there. George said, watched a couple of classic movies the other day, The Green Mile and The Shawshank Redemption. They are good movies. Sad. Liz said, hi from the US, Rhode Island. What the heck said, hey, out to lunch. Rhode Island, hi. Out to lunch said, what the heck, I like your handle, good one. I am Kai said, 11/11 is an event day. Yeah, I learned not to go on dates. I learned not to go on dates. So I don't. I stay home. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I like to wait and see. Surprise me. Demelza said, George, both great films. George said, yeah, Demelza. And what the heck said, out to lunch, thanks. I unfortunately am always saying it, so it might as well be my handle. Yeah, what the heck? Alex said, evil scumbags robbing from anyone, let alone the elderly. These youngsters have no respect anymore. I really do miss the old way of respecting your elders. Makes me want to weep for a generation lost. I don't understand how anyone could do that to someone, especially an elderly person. Hey, Mac J, how you going? I don't comment often, but I'm listening. Tonight I'm listening while I cook. Oh, good to see you. Haven't seen you for ages. Oh, God love you. Out to lunch said, here's a list of resignations 17 said to watch, so here's the list. Oh, yes, the resignation info. You can always keep up to date with that. We were told to watch the people who resign. And, yeah, and it's funny because we were told about a suicide weekend, but I think it's happening by people dropping from, I don't know, you know, like they say it's, I don't know. Some people are saying it's that, and maybe they took that way out, you know, to go a bit earlier. I don't know. Alex said, hey, what the heck? George said, I agree, Alex. Alex said, hey, Liz. Hi, Liz. Hey, Paul. Hey, everyone. Jeff said, hey, funny how inventors who discover efficient, cheap technology end up in car accidents, suicide, or get Hillaried. Yeah, to get Clinton cited or Arkin cited or, you know, one of them. Like, shoot yourself in the back 10 times. Yeah, I think after the first or second one, you wouldn't be trying anymore. But anyway, let's not worry about that. Dealey said, Alex, if you think that's bad, in New York, recently a man got run over by a semi-truck. Crowd cheered on someone who picked his pockets. I heard about that. Oh, yep. And there was another guy who got shot, and I can't remember where it was. He had a motorbike, and he got shot, and everyone went and robbed him. What happened to humanity? What is wrong with people? Oh, dear God, help us. Out to lunch said the word butt dialing was not a thing till your actual butt called someone you got your ass in trouble. Demelza said Jeff agreed. What the heck, said Alex. It's hit and miss with younger people, but try living next to California. Then you'll know about disrespect. They're always in here in Arizona running red lights. I am Kai said, have pop your eardrums, open your mouth as wide and as fast as possible. Yeah, I need to. Pop the eardrums. No, it's not that. It's just this pressure feeling. It's not the ears that are blocked or anything. It was like there was something right here, like vibrating, and I was like, that's annoying. Out to lunch said, Dealey's seen that, crazy. Susie said, yes, I've totally had that pressure in the ears as well. No joke, something really big happened today. I'm sure I'll find out. And if I can, I'll jump on again tomorrow, depending on what's going on with, people I normally watch and see what's happening. Darren said, I haven't been butt dialed in years. Modern phones are easy to break in your back pocket. Yeah, you can't put phones, or you shouldn't put them in your pockets anyway, because within so many millimeters of your skin, they're not good for you. People getting cancers and things in strange parts of their body. I Am Kai says, it sounds cold, but we are born to die. It's just the when and how. Alex said, I've noticed time over the last 2 days has actually gone really slow. You know how we all know time is speeding up? Well, it was like the opposite for me, slow motion, like right before a tsunami. Could be. Lanazi said 56 degrees in Ohio today. Brr, oh, getting chilly. You're going into your winter where, well, sort of spring. It's starting to feel a bit more like it's going to be 18 degrees Celsius today, which is warmer than normal up here. I like the 20s better. They're nice. Dealey said, yes, Kai, and I've been ready for decades. This ain't my world. Not the way it is at the moment. Definitely not. I don't think it's anyone. Oh, it's the left's world at the moment. They love it. I don't know. You know, the uni graduates who have been totally brainwashed by the uni. Those ones. Yeah. Not everyone, because I'm sure there's some people from uni who haven't been brainwashed and still very smart. Hopefully they stay that way and don't get brainwashed. Demels said, Lanazi, brr. I Am Kai said, yes, guys, Bruce sees all as another channel with loads of great information and people. I intend to merge with these channels somehow. Cool. Lanazi said to Mel's boing, yes, and I hate the cold, lol. I like it, but like there's a point where you get to where you go, come on, warm up. I'm waiting, like it seems like I missed last summer. We didn't really have one. So I'm sort of kind of waiting for it to warm up now a little bit. What the heck said, thanks, I Am Kai. I'll check it out. I Am Kai, make one super channel from them somehow. That would be interesting. Alex said, karma will always resume balance, and I think we're in for a great show. I think so too. Susie said, according to Jetson White, the rapture happened October 3rd. The rest of humanity left behind will have to deal with the chastisements. God help us. Okay, well, no one I know got raptured then. Lanazi said, yep, Alex, I believe so. Demelza said, Lanazi, me too, but it never gets that cold here, thank goodness. Dealey said, what the heck, Bruce sees all, has better footage than NASA. I Am Kai said, we're in for one hell of a show indeed, Alex. Yep, I'd hang on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. If we thought it was bad before, it's about to get worse. Geoloff said, none dare call it Fukushima. You are experiencing radiological poisoning, ladies and gentlemen. We are just past the 10-year make in the fallout. When Trump said China virus, perhaps it was code? I don't know. Darren said, oh my God, Alex, karma is looking forward to getting the limelight. Lanazi said to Melza, boing, you're lucky. Lol, I've been here all my life, but the older I get, the more the cold seems to affect me. I just stay in and warm. Lol. Yeah, my mum said that too. As the older she gets, she doesn't like the cold. And she can't wait for summer too, because she's just always in bed with the electric blanket on and the air conditioning going. She's having a really hard time warming up. Out to lunch, said Donna said, oh, you're all so sweet. Oh, Fred and Donna are sweet. Geoloff said 218 whales beached themselves on the 8th. All were emaciated and their gut tracts were empty. Oh, no. What are they doing in the oceans now? Alex said, I think it'll be the greatest show we've ever seen. Nothing we'll ever witness, and I cannot wait. Me either. I'm waiting like for something to go off in the sky, like the biggest bang you've ever heard and a bright light or something. I'm just waiting. I'm just like going, when is this going to happen? Well, who knows? It might be aliens coming and, you know, Project Bluebeam. Who knows? Alex said, yep, I've read that one. Lanazi said, laughter. Oh, that's so sad. I Am Kai said, saw her nudes too, gigantic bush. Who are you talking about? Hang on, Lanazi. No, I Am Kai. Sorry, you're like, who are you talking about, I Am Kai? I don't know. Me too, Alex. I am Kai said, like a forest. Dealey said, oh, wow, GL Loft. I didn't hear that. How awful. Darren said, forests were back in then, Kai. Demelza said, Kai, lol. King Snowball said, other than reptilians, we can't be totally sure what any of the strange being aliens people have encountered really are. There are many beings, though. When I can see them, and I'll believe they're real. It's just I got Project Bluebeam in my head so much, I think. Alex said, remember to stay inside for 3 days and don't even peek. Yeah, draw your shades and put your head down and just pray. That's what they reckon in the Bible. I am Kai said, magnetic fields are changing. Food's not where it should be anymore. Susie said, when I was growing up, we were told, hang on, Odysee now, but Odysee was pronounced Odysee. Now it's Boo D Car. That's a Mandela thing. Oh, wow. Alex said that's going to be difficult. King Snurgle said, Kai will have to be a veritable forest to hide the P or two hiding there. Darren said, I remember that. Susie always Odysee for me. Tamilza said, retro bush. Out to lunch said, King, I'm not man enough to even look. Alex said, Biden for care home 2024. Yeah, let's get a Trump DeSantis going, hey? Dealey said, M&M's now claim melts in your mouth, not in your hands. Never happened, but everyone my age said, oh, yes, it did. Oh, yes, it did. They melt in your mouth, not in your hands. That was the original M&M thing. Yeah. Hey, Rudy. Oh, sorry. Said that the wrong way then. Rudy, how you going? It's 6:50 p.m. in Houston, Texas. Menacing Muskrat said, wow, I just sent a video where Bush Sr. died at a banquet and he was replaced by a clone. Interesting. Demelza said, what does fried fish and pasta mean? We don't know. We were trying to work out what she was talking about. We think it's got some code to do with, I don't know, young girls. I don't know. And young boys. I don't know. Darren said that was the minstrels in UK, Dealey. Susie said, it's so weird, Darren. How could they think we wouldn't notice? Supposedly that's time jumping from the baddies. Out to lunch said, nope, M&M is wrong. It was melt in your mouth, not in your hand. Yeah, that's what I heard that here in Australia. They put that on TV here. They melt in your mouth, not in your hands. King Snuggle, I saw that too. Menacing Muskrat. Lanazi, Geoloff said, Lanazi, yes, it's sad, and most everything to do with the ocean die-offs is only being reported on local levels. Today, Alaska announced no snow crab, aka king crab. The season is closed. What are they doing in the oceans? Because, they just blew up the Russian pipeline. So, what are they doing in there, They're doing something. I don't like. I used to think sonar and stuff was what beached the whales because they probably couldn't handle the sound of it. I don't know. Lanazi said, oh. Darren said, they said it was racist to call her Odysee because that's the English name for her. Load of BS. Michelle, watch band video on Rumble. Some of the older videos that removed are there. Yes. And any of my videos that have been taken down are on Rumble. Okay? Because I have had 2 videos removed from YouTube so far in the last few months. Alex said, all I know about Crowley was that he was severely into the dark arts, child abuse, and to teach others to do what they will, and he was highly respected. That should tell anyone anything. And that Barbara Bush might be his daughter. Was it her? Yeah. David Morgan said Crowley visited Gurdjieff at Fontainebleau in the 1920s. God, I hope I said that right. In the 1920s, I'm sure I didn't say it right. Gurdjieff didn't like him and was booted him out. Folks said it was like a meeting between the black and white magicians. Could be that's when it started. Well, that's when they really started. King Snurgle said, Michelle up, I'm spending a lot of time on Bitchute. I'm not seeing any censorship going on there. Apparently there is. And for some reason, my videos cannot upload to Bitchute, and I don't know why. Deagley said, Michelle Ups, I'm glad someone is keeping a hold of those videos. Alex said, everything and anything they need to know, they're all into that, and it's slowly being uncovered bit by bit. It is. You can see things happening it's uncovering it bit by bit, guys. Because you can't just go, oh, these are all pedos and expect people to believe them. You've got to spell it out first. That's why I say up until the end of the year, this is going to be intense. Lanazi said, no way would I try anything called Beyond Meat. Ooh, the name says it all, lol. Yeah. Not only that, it's grown in a lab. I can't, look, it's got to grow naturally, right? For me to eat it. I don't want stuff grown in a lab. Ooh, I have enough stomach problems as it is. Don't feed me that shit. Alex said that bloke who ate 2 Beyond Burgers had no idea, but it made him really ill. He even said that he didn't know what was in it, but it didn't agree with him, but it was very tasty. I think I remember that, Alex. Was that a while ago? I don't know. Menacing Muskrat said, King Snurgle Gurgleson, I know Barbara, who was Crowley's daughter, was trying to help him. It was an older video film. Alex said, I heard years ago that cannibalism was addictive and probably why they can't stop, but their secrets are being exposed. Thank God, please expose it all. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. Now, I just want to know. Dealey said, Lanazia, father and son might have a video on Beyond Meat. One ingredient is rat poison. Ooh. Give them control of your food and they control you. They can do whatever they want. That's why I don't want them to have control of my food. I want to grow it all myself. Lanazi said, Alex, because of the high they get from the blood. Yeah. Yeah, apparently it's like an addictive drug or something. Susie said, Hev, if you ever get into selling any merch, I'll take a T-shirt with God love you on it. I should have done that, shouldn't I? God love you. And all these people, all these lefties will get offended. Ah! Don't say that to me. I don't believe in God. That's a good one. That actually, Susie, remind me if I ever do get merch. I am Kai said on my run. Be right back. Nursing Musker said out to lunch. Can you drop that resignation list again? There it is. Out to lunch, resignation info. I'll go over it in the next live if you like. Darren said, "Why is that? Why vampires die without it? Could be. I think the word the vampire genre or whatever you want to call it came from people who ate other humans. I really do, and they just turned it into these things with fangs, and that they turn into bats and fly off and stuff like that. I think they're real people who do eat people. Alex said, the truth will be revealed to anyone that seeks it. God has shown me so many things over the years, and I know he's shown everyone here that he exists and showed us all the time if we are open. Oh, I also forgot to thank, oh, goodness me, I meant to do this at the beginning. I want to thank Alaskan Raven for the 2 coffees that she bought me. It happened when I was off for the couple of weeks, so I did forget. I'm so sorry. When Ozzy said, Alex, yep. Oh, hang on, sorry. The truth will be revealed to anyone that seeks it. God has shown me so many things over the years, and I know he's shown everyone here that he exists and shows us all the time if we're open. Yeah, there's little miracles that happen, little things that happen that are little miracles that that's why I believe there's a God. I should be dead, really. Menacing Muskrat said, what about Bluetooth? Are they harmful too? I do think they are, unfortunately. Alex said, I think that's it, Lanazi. They are so addicted to it like heroin addict, but much worse. Yeah, apparently that's it. David said we headed for 25 degrees here today, Heather, but showers forecast for tomorrow. Yeah, we're headed for 18 up here because we're up in the mountain and it's cooler. Darren said, if you worry about radiation from the phone, imagine living near the towers that put out thousands of times more. Yeah, that's one thing you don't ever want to do is, if you can help it, not live close to one of those towers. If you've ever seen the videos of someone driving past with a, what do you call it? It's a machine that picks up the radiation detector, I think. They've driven past it and the thing goes off its brain when you go near one of those, and they just drive past them. They're not going into the place where it is. And these things are up at schools and everything. So can you imagine what they're doing to kids' brains? Seriously. Alex said, see you soon, I am Kai. Lenazi said, Alex, yes, that's what I get from my research anyway, but they get kuru from eating it too. Yeah, I think the kuru is from eating the brain. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think kuru is from mainly eating the brain. Not 100% sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong, please. The Key to the Secret said, university is an interesting experience when you're awake. It would be. That's why I hope there's like a lot of people in there awake who can see what's happening and go, yeah, whatever, mate, you know, when they try and preach at you, you know. Menacing Muskrat said, snow, I think we're going to have snow tonight. Oh, that would be good. I didn't see much snow this year. We had one day and, you know, didn't sit for long. Out to lunch said, can you die from coming off heroin? Maybe the same with the A. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. You probably could. I think you can die from coming off alcohol if you're a bad alcoholic. I think you can actually die if you're not careful. So I'd say probably you could die trying to come off heroin if you don't do it the right way. I don't even know. I really wouldn't know. I've never tried heroin. I wouldn't try heroin. I don't want to go anywhere near it. And I don't know what it's like. Yeah, I remember seeing a movie when I was young called Christiane F. Christiane H. And it was a teenager on heroin. And it was an awful movie. That scared the shit out of me away from that shit. Rudy said 7:02 p.m. in Houston, Texas. Demelza said, night, night, Kai. Empress said, hey, Demels. Is it out to lunch said menacing? You don't live at the North Pole? Don't you live at the North Pole? The Key to the Secret said it's sunflower ebs. Menacing Muskrat said pretty darn close out to lunch. Demel said hi, the Key. Susie said yeah, like spit the words out, woman. Susie said, yeah, Alex, whatever they did today, they seriously messed with time. It feels like we're underwater, like water being pushed all around you. Nothing is going to be the same after today. Oh, hi, sunflower. Darren said, November the 5th will have plenty of big bangs. Lenazi said, amen. Alex said, I've been told by several police that a burning human smells exactly like a spit roast pig. Also, pig is the closest thing to what human tastes like. It's so sick. I never like the smell of pork. I don't really eat pork, although I do eat bacon every now and then. But I don't know. David said it's bow, like in bow and arrow have, not bow as in bow down. Oh, okay. I am sorry. Bow. Odysee. Okay, sorry. Not bow. Because it could be bow or bow, you know? Demelza said Kai was talking about Madonna's retro book. Oh, yes. Oh, God, everyone's seen that. Haven't they? Everyone's seen Madonna's bush. I mean, that was like, there was a movie, wasn't there? Like, it was everywhere. She don't care. Sherry said, I'm going to anoint my doors and windows with oil during 3 days of darkness. Yep. Lanazi said, help, Biden needs his butt wiped, lol. Anyone? Biden's brain is broken. Biden's brain broke. It's just broke. Someone needs to sit him down, put a nappy on him and a blankie over his lap, sit him down in a wheelchair and wheel him off to the home. No. Wheel him off to Gitmo. Alex said the Queen went under the Wellington Arch on her funeral, which contained a depiction of, Odysee. Boat. I've already stuffed it up. Coincidence much? Alex said everything's so obvious. Why can't people see it? The key, the secret. Why can't people see it? Lanazi said they're trying to destroy our world and us, and they're not going to win. You're going to make me say it again? Hang on. Odysee. Oh, my goodness. Rudy says 7:09 p.m. in Houston, Texas now. Okay, I'm not going to say it again. Lanazi said, Alex, because truth is too hard for people to believe or accept, sadly. It is, and I don't know why. It's better if you accept it and move on. Not everything, though. It takes time because you've got to work out what's real, what's not, and so it just takes time. David said, you actually got it right first time. Hev123 you got Fontainebleau right too, just wrong on the bow. And okay, cool. So I'm getting things right. Thank God for that. Susie said fried fish is a reference to the serial killer of children, Albert Fish. He was a cannibal and would fry body parts of victims passed as pedo code for children. Yep. Alex said, yes, Lanazi, they've been trying to do it forever, but they didn't bargain on having warriors like us to shut them down. Hey, David, how you going? Geloff said, when Trump says China virus, did that equal China syndrome? And I'm going to expose you guys. What is China syndrome? I don't know. I have to look into that one. Lanazi said, amen. Alex, amen. Oh, my goodness. Odysee or Odysee, known in Latin chronicles as Odysee or Odysee, and in Welsh as Budug, was the wife of a king of the Iceni tribe of Celtic Britons who led a failed uprising against the conquering forces of the Roman Empire in AD 60 or 61, Wikipedia. Okay. Alex said, at this point, everything's in plain sight. Yep. Out to lunch said, so there is a reason to say it differently, I guess. I said it all the same way. I think, did I? I don't know. Now I don't even know. Alex said, yeah, Queen's funeral was full of ritualistic nonsense. Demelza said, oh, Alex, they don't even try to hide stuff. No, they don't. It's all out there. You can see it if you know what to look for. Darren says, strange to say her name needed changing when they say there's no evidence of her existence. Alex said, exactly, Demelza. George said, I did not watch the Queen's funeral. Neither did I. Stuart said, I used to bite my fingernails. Oh, I hope I'm not a cannibal now. Yeah, I used to do that too when I was young. David said, that's how I learned it in English state schools in the 50s and 60s. Demelza said, I kind of like rituals. They make me feel safe. Lanazi said, you are correct, Hev, about the vampires. That's what I think. They just made like a fictional character to sort of put it out there what they do, but, hidden in plain sight again. George said, I was playing The Last of Us 2 and watching a few movies. King Snurgle said, I want this T-shirt slogan. I don't hate Jews. I said, I'm anti-semantic. Out to lunch said, vampires suck. They do. Alex said, I did, George, purely because I knew they would do all sorts of stuff live on telly, so you can imagine what they did when the cameras were off. And Demel's is laughing. King Snurgle said, should be, I don't hate. Darren said, only if you chew the skin by your nails. George said, Alex, I watched a few clips on YouTube. Susie said, but where did the lore of vampires as sexy romantic figures come from? Now they're seen as misunderstood and benevolent. That was them trying to make themselves seem sexy for doing it, I think. I don't know. When most normal people, even at the thought of it, would likely throw up. But anyway, at least I would. I don't know. Lenazi says, Susie. Out to lunch said 18 is 64 Fahrenheit or so. Oh, lovely. If we can get into the 70s, that'd be lovely. Stuart said, Darren. Alex said, I would like to find the whole thing again and break it down because I could and couldn't believe my eyes. They're so brazen about it, George. Rudy said it's 7:16 p.m. now in Houston, Texas. George said, yeah, I know they are, Alex. Susie said, we're supposed to have the coldest winter in 50 years this year. Really? Oh, we had a cool one, just not much snow. It was too wet. The rain was it was humidity. It was too high. Alex said, anyone seen Killary lately, or is a robot on charge after the last malfunction? Probably. Remember that head thing? Oh, God. David said, no, you can't die from heroin withdrawals, but you can die from taking too much of it. Okay, I didn't know. Because I heard you could apparently die from alcohol withdrawal if you're a severe alcoholic. I don't know. You know, with the DTs and the shakes and all that, I don't know. Does anyone remember the movie Christiane? Oh, it is Christiana F. And at one point they changed the name. It was H. I don't know. It was just like, I don't know. Darren said, I know, Stuart, probably 70% of kids do that. Stuart said, yes, Hev, you can die coming off heroin. I don't take it, but I've seen its damage. Okay. David said, you can die from alcohol withdrawals in the worst cases. Yeah, I've heard you can in, really, you'd have to be really, really bad. Like, Janelle said, yep, I remember that movie, Christiane F., and had David Bowie music, and I think he did a cameo in it. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Christiane F. If you want to watch a sad, awful movie, look up, I don't know where it would be now, but Christiane F. Or it used to be called H, something H, and it was for H for heroin, you know. But I think they changed the name to Christiane F, if my memory serves me correctly, because the other name was too much for people. George said Killarina is locking up in prison. Yep. Out to lunch said, Rudy, you're a Central Time too. Hi, I imagine it's nice there. Janelle said, I bought the soundtrack. I liked a few songs from it. Yeah. Susie said, I remember the book, Christiane F. Terrifying. Remember Zoo Station, all those kids strung out. Bowie did the music for the film. There you go. Darren said, the werewolves too, Susie. They want you to sympathise with crazy human-eating monsters. Yeah, they try and make them all, like, benevolent instead of malevolent. Malevolent's the bad one, isn't it? And benevolent is the good one. Yeah. Malevolent's bad. Benevolent is good. Or not good or bad or something. I don't know. David said, I haven't seen it. I've been deprived somehow. Have I been deprived somehow? Oh, it was just I watched it as a teenager and it hit me hard, that Christiane F. I was like, yeah, no, I don't go anywhere near that. Don't want anywhere near that stuff, you know. George said, I had a poster of Madonna naked when I was a kid, lol. Oh, dear, really? What the heck? Said, hey, guys, I can't remember where I heard it, but an exorcist priest said that demons call humans long pig. Oh, dear. Darren said, wasn't it Penthouse that had the Madonna nudes? I thought she was nude in her own video movie. Remember she was on tour with all her dancers and stuff, and I don't know, I didn't watch the full movie. I couldn't even sit through that. Janelle said, quite dramatic, David. You probably won't miss seeing it. Yeah, it's a very dramatic movie, and like, just a warning, yeah. Susie said, is there any warning of the coming of the 3 days of darkness? Not at the moment. I expect anything at any time. That's all I can say. Expect anything at any time. Who knows what's going to happen next? Stuart said, yes, David, hangovers hurt and feel like I'm dying with a heavy one, but it's true. Long-term constant drinking can lead to death, apparently, they say. Well, drinking too much can lead to death, but also if you are a really, really heavy drinker, like a severe alcoholic, and you try and give it up, it's you have to have care. You have to have people around you caring for you. It's bad, I've heard. Alex said, thankfully, I've never seen Madonna's bush, probably like the Dartford Tunnel. Stuart said, if you stop, that is. David said, that was the wrong spelling there. I think it was, yeah, trying to really make me say it. Oh, okay, that one, yeah. Or as close as far as I remember, school is a distant past for me now. Menacing Muskrat said, let's give Sleepy Joe and Trump an evaluation test in the same room. Oh, I'd love to see that. Stuart said, back to the fingernails. If you spit, not swallow, is that bad? Okay. If you swallow, are you a cannibal? I don't know. JLoff said, look for the Madonna coffee table book she turned out at the height of her career. It's an eye-opener to her depraved mind. I remember states threatening to arrest her if she came back to that state. If she came to that state. Really? Hey, Astrid, how you going? David said, fawn, not found, Hev. Lol, first time you were right. Wrong second time around. Love you, girl. You're totally unique. I am. I'll say it every which way. Don't worry. Dealey said, hello, Astrid. Alex said, I thought it was pronounced like Boudica. Darren said, that's the age-old question, Stuart. Bodega? A bodega? I don't even know what I'm saying now. Okay. Darren said, that's because you're young, Alex. They changed in the late 80s or early 90s. Stuart says, sorry, guys, I'm having to go to my lunch and love you all. Appreciate all of you dearly. You too, Stuart. Have a good one. Much love, Stuart. Bow DCR forever. Bodicea? I told you I'd say it every which way, but the right way. Out to lunch, said Stuart, be good. Darren said, about the time the UK signed up to the EU instead of the EEC. Loft said, Madonna's book was banned pretty much everywhere, and those who tried to sell were threatened with arrest because it was presumably being sold intentionally to teens and children. I think a friend of mine had the book. Demelza said, bye, Stuart. Lanazi said, correction, it wasn't Madonna, it was Lady Gaga and Hunter, sorry. David said, everything becomes reversed in a satanic order. Vampires bad become vampires good. Satanism, a.k.a. Shabbatanism. Alex said, I wonder if Queen going under the Wellington Ark with Boudica, she helped conquer the Roman Empire, has anything to do with it, like they know what's coming and showed us. Cynthia said, been watching, been a long day, happy Friday. You too, Cynthia. George said, I heard Edward Heath has been blackmailed, that's why the UK joined the EU. Alex said, I need to brush up on a few things or find someone who knows all about that sort of thing. Out to lunch, said Cynthia, right, long days suck. Yep. Steve said, you want a good time, eat 5 grams of psychedelic mushroom. Oh, no, thank you. Jeloff said, I read the book of Christiane F. It's very sad. It is. David said, you cannot die from heroin withdrawals. You can climb walls and bite your hands, etc., and it won't be pretty, but I knew a serious addict who got off it permanently. Oh, good. I don't know whether you can or can't die from withdrawing from heroin. I don't know. But I've heard on alcohol you can if you're not careful. Darren said, would the modern Roman Empire be the Catholic Church or the EU? Either way, we need a modern-day Odysee. There you go. Christiane F. There's a Wikipedia page on it. Alex said, I've been looking into newish info about JFK over the last couple of days, though there's never enough time in the daylight to research everything. There's not, honestly, because you can get lost down rabbit holes. Davis said, malevolence means ill intent. Benevolence is good intent. There you go. I thought so. Dealey said, Steve, I'd love some magic mushroom. I haven't had them in decades. That's it, Dealey. Madonna's Truth or Dare. George said, I did watch Truth or Dare video. Okay, Alex says, I think it's Bodicea. Christiane F, 1981. So I watched it when I was 11. That's why it scared the crap out of me. There you go. 11 or 12 I was when I seen that and just went, ooh, yeah, okay. Lenazi said, Hannity just posted Durham finished exposing deep state in court today and we'll tell what happened on his show tonight. Pray, everyone. Oh, amen. Susie said, serious alcoholics get the DTs, which lead to seizures and their heart stops. There you go. Alex said, is 36 young? Thanks. Yes, it is. When you're 50-something or, older, yeah, it is. Davis said, they said Trump needs his head testing, so he said, okay, go ahead, and the doctor declared him very well, maybe could lose 10 pounds. Biden being tested would be hilarious. Out to lunch said, haven't heard the word moist yet. It's not moist here today, it's dry, which is good. Astrid said, hi, Dealey. Demelza said, night, lovely beings. Have a lovely weekend. Be blessed. You too, Demelza. Alex said, I feel well old. Another 20 years, you're going to feel really... When my kids tell me how old they are, I feel like ancient. Because one of them's 33 and the other one's 30. And I'm like, oh, that hurts. Don't say that. Out to lunch said, boing, good night. Lenazi said, night blessings, Demelza. Much love, Demelza. It was a Bodicea. George says, sweet dreams, Demelza. Alex said, I feel like I've been here before, to be fair. I was speaking at one and never stopped searching for the truth. Susie said, the funny thing is Madonna isn't the least bit sexy or feminine. Her energy is all male. It is, isn't it? Yeah, she's not really feminine at all. Oh, Alex said, night, Demelza. Out to lunch said, for a good time, call Camel Toe Cackler. David said, all roads lead to Rome, Darren, or closely connected with Switzerland. Two big questions, what's underneath them pulling the strings? Alex said, I love this chat so much. Always a great, interesting, informative chat. Love you all. You too, Alex. Deb said, moist. GLF said, look at the EU Council building. Tells you everything you need to know. The modern-day Tower of Babel. Is it really? Alex said, in my day, right? Oh, dear. In my day, we'd walk 10 kilometres on razor glass road to get to school. Barefoot. I'm joking. Susie said, bye, Dems. Out to lunch said, I am 21 with some 30-something years experience. Yep. Yeah, I'm 22 with 30 years experience. Darren said, did anyone hear Sweden's trying to hold the German investigation into the pipeline explosion? Yes, I did read that in the beginning. Lenazi said, my children are 37, 40, 43. I understand, Hev. Yeah, see, and they get to that. And it's like, don't tell me how old you are. Just don't. It makes me feel old. I'm not really that old, but I feel old. I feel ancient. I feel like I've lived 100 lives sometimes. Out to lunch, had always been told, each one teach one. Davis said, indeed, Madonna's bush and the word moist just don't seem to work too well together in that same chat session. Ew. No. Okay. Luna said 36 with the soul of a 60-year-old. I swear. Sherry said, I'm 63. Both my children in their 40s. I can outwork both of them. Alex said, in my day, everything was so fun and I miss it so much. I think that's just when we were young and we didn't know all this stuff, you know. We didn't know a whole lot and we had fun when we were kids, you know. That's why we think in my day things were good. No. Deb said, that's nothing. In my day we lived in a shoebox, Monty Python. Alex said, we will have these days again, I'm certain. We're going to have better than we've ever had, I think. Lanazi said, ooh, yeah, Madonna and moist in the same sentence doesn't sound good, mate. Darren said, if they were good, you would ask, what's the power above them? You already know if they follow the power underneath them. Menacing Muskrat said, ooh, times 2, Lanazi. George said, a lot of talk about Madonna's bush, lol. Yeah, well, the whole world's seen Madonna's bush. If you haven't, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Seriously, she doesn't hide it. I don't think she cares. Rudy said 7:40 p.m. in Houston, Texas now. Astrid said, Lanazi, I'm right there with you. I won't tell the age of mine because Hev gets scared. David said, when I started my apprenticeship at 15, Luna, my teacher was 30 and I thought he was an old man. Today I consider a 60-year-old to be a youngster. Alex said, it's always been a build-up to the reckoning. Lanazi said, menacing muskrat, lol, you know. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't know for sure, so I'm not going to promise anything, but I'm going to try, because if anything's happened today, then I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, guys, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to add the outro. Have I got the right one? Yep, okay.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I ain't going back, I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes, and ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.